The sound of the door opening was like a gunshot. Junpei spun around. Forking hell!
My apologies, I seem to have disturbed you.
Okay, because we're doing this all in one video back to back to back, it is so insanely apparent that Ace is trying to control everything that's happening right now and trying to stay clued as to what's going on. Every single time we start figuring things out without him, in he pops. In he comes. And for what? The timing is always perfect, and I don't like that. Hey guys, it's Mikayla, and welcome back to another Zero Escape video. We are back after what was quite possibly one of the most insane videos to date, especially in the Zero Escape series. And if you guys missed the last video, you're gonna wanna go and watch it because we got ending 4. The title of the 4th ending was Zero Lost, which is very interesting considering I lost because I was literally smoke bomb drugged at the very end. Junpei lost when she presumably died, but also just kind of disappeared after being unwell for like almost the entire video. Snake definitely lost when he took, what, like 6 bullets. Ace also lost when he died in the incinerator along with Snake. I mean, I could keep going. I don't exactly know who won in the last video, but last video's ending was definitely the most mysterious one thus far. The endings up until this point have been strange, have left some questions unanswered as they are intended to do, but at least I had a full understanding of what happened. Literally at the end, I heard somebody behind me, I went out, nobody was there, I come back in, June is gone, and then white smoke, and I say, this smells familiar, and then it just shuts off. After Zero going on a monologue about how I didn't lose, he did. What you talking about, Willis? The good news is we only have 2 endings left, I believe, which means we don't have to wait much longer to get all of the answers we seek. And I am very, is excited the right word? I mean, I am excited, but I'm also a little hesitant, if you will, to get our 5th ending today. But you know what? We're ready for whatever's gonna come our way. The candle of the day is Bourbon Maple by White Barn. And I loved going through y'all's comments on the last video. Thank you to everybody who let me know about one main thing that I missed that we're actually going to start the video by reacting to and watching together today. It's a short scene near the engine room, something along those lines, but I love reading y'all's comments. I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying this series as much as I am. Thank you to everybody who gave me your opinion on what game we should play next, whether it be another Zero Escape or something else. Like I said, we'll get into that in more detail later, but until then, I actually am doing so well on my water today, you guys. I could fit the rest of my daily water in my mug, which is so wonderful because I feel like this is exactly what I needed in terms of moral support for today's video, okay? The tea is about to be spilt. The water isn't though, okay? I'm about to finish this baby up. I hope you guys are sipping on something and out of something just as wonderful. This is available on shopmissboss.com in case you guys want to match. And without further ado, let's get into it. Let's get into ending number 5. Cheers. Okay, y'all know I like to start with the memories just to see where we are at. First page is full. I think this is exactly what it looked like in the last video. Very interesting. Well, I think we can just continue on then, shall we? Okay, as you guys can see, we have 4 out of 6 endings at the top there. We got the Zero Lost ending in the last video. We're gonna jump right back in here and then hopefully head straight to our flowchart. I honestly don't know where it's gonna drop us. Into the... Okay, one of you guys said that this scene is different. I'm also going to move the mouse off the screen. There we go. Although I don't know if this is what you guys were referring to when you said that. To be quite frank, though, I will say, it's been how long since I've seen this? I don't know that I would know the differences anyway, but watching just to be safe. And the scene that I apparently missed the dialogue from, I was told is because there was no red key on it on the flowchart. Which is a little confusing considering I went into a bunch of rooms I didn't need to go into in the last video that didn't have a red key on them. But now there's new stuff in some of the rooms that don't have a red key on them. Or a key in general, apparently. I don't know. I'm doing my best. I know most of you guys know that. Okay. I'm just going to try to go to the flowchart, which I think, yep, okay. Cool. We have some lovely little white noise to keep us company in the meantime. So, last video, we did the red key route. Okay, remember the drift situation I was talking about last time? It doesn't happen outside of this game. I'm like, am I? And it's only really in the flowchart.
What the?
This is so weird. I needed to kind of stop though. Like ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, apparently we're doing this again. The white key path is where we will be going today. And I have a picture. One of you lovely angels sent me a screenshot in the Discord and circled exactly where the new scene is, which is actually toward the bottom, it looks like. Yep. Okay. Am I gonna have to cut this out until I can get down there? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, guys, oh, Jesus. Okay, there we go. There we go. Keep going. Don't think about it. Okay. I think it's in here. I believe. That's what it looks like to me. Outside the room. And I was told something about Santa on the stairs.
The door's open.
Given the circumstances, Junpei's happiness was certainly understandable. Ace seemed to share his excitement.
All right, Junpei. Why don't you go get June now? Santa and I will keep an eye on the store.
Santa snorted.
Why do we need to do that? Even if it shuts, we know how to solve the puzzle now. We could just open it again.
Well, I suppose that's true. Shall all three of us go and collect June then?
Nah, I'm cool. I'll let Junpei handle it.
He still seemed irritated by something, however, and sat down on the stairs petulantly.
So are you only interested in being contrary?
Ace sighed with the air of a long-suffering parent.
All right, I'll go get June. I'll be right back.
He gave a quick nod to Ace and Santa and dashed off down the stairs. He changed his mind very quickly just now. That was a little odd. It was giving very much like, no, I don't need to go. Oh, are you sure you're not just trying to be contrary? I'll go get June. That was a little out of character seeming, a little too quick for me. Before long, he was back on the first floor next to the conveyor belt and June.
Oh, Junpei!
Wrong man. As he drew closer, she stood up, slowly.
Are you okay?
Oh. Okay, I'm sorry. I think I just misread that as being Santa was going to get June, but it was really Junpei. But what better time than to relocate our dialogue history button that I do know exists? Definitely not that one. Definitely still not that one. That's just advancing us. Don't worry. We have time to find it. He did his best to sound calm and nonchalant. Oh, I think I just pressed up. There we go. But there was no hiding the genuine concern in his voice. Oh, okay, yeah. That was Junpei that said that. I don't know why I thought that was Santa. Okay, never mind.
Yes, I'm fine now. I'm sorry I made you worry.
I wonder if I did the skip, would it should, okay, if I do the skip, it should in theory stop at the new dialogue with Santa, right? That makes sense. Let's try it. Okay, he said about his photo of his sister.
We didn't have parents. They bought it in an accident when we were still kids.
They bought what? They bought it. They bought what? So he's holding a photo of his sister right now. I don't think he mentioned anything in terms of a material or an object yet. I think maybe he's about to get into that. Okay. The good news is it stopped us. Thank God. This is perfect. So they didn't have parents. Yikes. Oh, they bought it. I think he's trying to say they died. They bought it in an accident. Who uses that phrase? I mean, I think that is a phrase I've heard before, though. Okay. Either way, very sad. Would love to know details about the accident.
So I had to be like her dad.
That checks out.
And that
checks
meant
out
that
a
I bought
lot.
Christmas presents every year.
Okay.
Christmas Eve, I'd leave the present next to her pillow.
Oh no, that hurts. That's why he's called Santa. Wait. But nobody ever got to be Santa for him.
And the next morning, she'd come running into my room with this big smile.
Now I need more details. I need ages. How much older was he than his sister? How old were they when the parents died? How did the parents die? Did they not have grandparents? Nobody took them in. I have so many questions.
Look, Santa left me a present. He got me that doll I really wanted.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm so glad he got my letter.
Oh my God.
She was always so excited. I was the one who told her to write those letters.
What a freaking angel. Like, what a Like, I already really liked Santa, but that just really makes you have an even softer spot for him, truly.
I'd say, write down something you want and mail it to Santa. The address I gave her was somewhere in Northern Europe that doesn't exist. Anyway, she'd write the letter and stamp it and send it out. And then a few days later, it'd show up back in our mailbox marked address unknown. I'd open the letters before she figured out they'd been sent back. Once I had the letter, I'd go around to a couple stores with some money I'd saved up over the year and buy her the stuff she'd asked for.
Bro.
It took a lot of saving, but I managed to buy her presents every year.
W Santa. Like, I cannot stress enough W Santa. Ugh. That's pain. Junpei was silent. He could think of nothing to say. June looked down, uncomfortable. The wall next to him suddenly groaned. Either he hadn't heard the sound, or didn't care. Santa kept talking.
But one year, her letter was different. She didn't write a list of toys she wanted or anything like that. Instead, it said, I don't want any presents this year. Instead, I want you to make my wish come true.
Okay.
My wish is that we'll be happy like this for a really, really long time.
Are you kidding me? I can't. We're way too early for the emotions to be this high. Oh no. I mean, in the game's defense, I could have seen this in the last video had I known about it, and we could have started off a little lighter, but oh.
That was it. Nothing else.
I can't do this. That's too...
But I couldn't make that wish come true.
What do you mean?
Some Santa I am.
What do you mean? Santa looked sad. Junpei had never seen him look sad before. He wasn't sure he liked it. I'm sorry, Junpei? For golf? What? Junpei decided it was probably best not to ask Santa any more questions. But...
What happened?
Leave it up to June. June glanced up at Santa quickly as she spoke. He answered, but only with an effort.
She died.
What the hell? How?
She was killed 9 years ago.
Are you kidding me? Okay. Well, I think we all know how that happened. I'm already feeling infuriated at 0, and we are what, 10 minutes into the video? Not even. Oh god, bro. Like, obviously when things like this happen in real life, and by things like this I mean murder, I don't mean kidnapping onto a ship, because I think this is a pretty unique situation. But like, when we hear about tragedies, it's already like base level sad, right? But if you really sit and think about, these people had families! Like, the effects of something like this ripple out to a degree that is unfathomable. And it just makes it that much more sad. Like, I guarantee you there was a newspaper article, X, Y, and Z die in, submarine kidnapping, whatever. And then you see something like that and you're like, dang, that's really sad. And then you move on with your day. But then when you hear it from this perspective, like, there was nothing Junpei could say. I was gonna say don't move on from that, I want more details, but honestly, maybe I don't. His heart felt like a great lump of lead. Can relate. June bit her lip and looked away. Her face was pale.
All right, let's go. Santa
stood up suddenly, his downcast demeanor gone. He shoved the picture back in his pocket and headed back up the stairs, taking them two at a time.
Huh?
Junpei and June looked at one another. There was nothing they could think of to say.
Hey, what are you two doing? Let's get moving, come on!
Santa's voice echoed across the room from above them.
Let's go.
Yeah.
They nodded and followed him quickly up the stairs. Okay, I think this is old now. Yes, okay. Oh, okay. Wow. So let's take a quick stock, shall we?
Is this a warehouse?
We now have confirmed. I guess we can't say confirmed. He didn't say it explicitly, but I think it can be implied. We know that Ace and his company are kind of in a way leading, controlling, manipulating, creating this, whatever word you want to use, right? Ace, God. We know that. Okay, hold on. I want to make sure I'm keeping all this straight. Snake had been here before, right? We don't really know why, how, we don't really know the details on that, right? But Snake had been here before. We know that Santa's sister was one of the participants 9 years ago. We also know that Lotus's twin children were participants 9 years ago. Is that all the connections we are aware of at this point? I think. We obviously know that Junpei and June are friends, childhood friends, classmates, all of that. So why are they both here at the same time? That's weird. We know about Ace's inability to recognize faces. We know about Seven's amnesia. Okay. Oh, man. All right. Thank God this has stopped acting up for now. So, as I said, today's video will be going down the white path. As you guys can see, the red keys are now fully unlocked. The white keys are still locked. And instead of going through everything like we did in the last video, I think we can just skip straight to these white keys. With that being said, that could result in me missing dialogue again, because, as we just witnessed, some dialogue is in sections that don't have a key in it. That's not my fault. But feel free to let me know if we do miss anything. And of course, I will go back and look at it later. So I think for now, we're going to just jump straight here. Second class cabins. Ooh. Map of the ship, match, plate on a shelf, picture of a dog. Okay. I don't exactly know where to go. Should we just go to second class cabins? I think that's the safest option to avoid missing anything. Seek a way out. Okay. Actually. Okay, maybe not. Actually. Because if we don't need to do the escape room, we don't need to do the escape room. So maybe let's go into map of the ship. Does that bring us still into the escape room though? Oh.
This ship is bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it's
Hold
probably
on.
about 900 feet long.
We're in adventure mode. Take me back. All right, now we can use the skip function and see if this is new or not. Okay. Do you think this boat is, okay, so our first choice that is new, the actual Titanic, and prior we had chosen a replica of the Titanic.
The actual Titanic?
The actual Titanic? You mean it, like, slipped through time and ended up here? Before the ship sunk on April
Crazier things
14th,
have happened?
1912?
Huh? What the hell are you smoking?
Huh? Did I get it wrong?
Junpei grinned and shook his head. Junpei, we are not about to gaslight right now.
No, that's not... I mean, come on. I mean, slipped through time? Seriously?
She's only commenting on what you suggested, my guy.
I was talking about the controversy surrounding the Titanic.
That's not what you said, though. Don't gaslight her.
Controversy? What do you mean?
Haven't you heard of it? It's pretty famous, you know? The Titanic had a sister ship that was essentially identical. It was called the Olympic.
Oh, yes, I have heard of that. I think I heard it was troubled by a lot of problems. And the company that owned it didn't know what to do with it, right? So they made the Olympic up to look just like the brand new Titanic.
That's right. They also took out a huge insurance policy on it before it set sail.
Naturally.
That would mean that the real Titanic never sank.
Yeah, the ships got swapped. The real Titanic was renamed the Olympic in secret. They used it as a passenger ship for more than 20 years.
Hey, wait a minute. Wouldn't that mean it retired in 1935?
Huh? Well, yeah, I guess sometime around then, yeah.
Well, what happened to it after that?
I heard it was dismantled.
Dismantled? Then it doesn't matter, does it? Whichever boat the real Titanic was, it doesn't exist anymore.
Fair.
It was either retired and dismantled, or sunk in the Atlantic by the curse.
Mm-hmm.
But then that would mean that this ship is...
Wait, what did you just say?
Huh?
Sank in the Atlantic because of what?
The curse.
The curse.
What do you mean, a curse?
A curse is a curse.
So true, Queen. Very informative. Would you like to elaborate?
This one is the curse of the Egyptian mummy.
Thank you. Junpei couldn't understand how June had maintained a straight face to say that. Okay, this sounds familiar.
Supposedly, the Titanic carried the mummy of the priestess Amun-Ra.
I think this is not new. Let's see. Okay, yeah.
That's stupid. I don't buy it.
It's true!
How can you be so sure?
That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. It was really mysterious. Totally unbelievable.
What is so unbelievable about it?
Well, supposedly, she was really pretty.
Pretty?
Unbelievable.
Yes,
But she was a mummy.
that's right.
Don't discriminate, Junpei.
She wasn't all shriveled up or rotten or anything. She almost looked alive.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, it's that thing. I don't remember the name. Where your body turns into some kind of wax. The fat in it turns into something kind of like candle wax, right? And
Yes, saponification, but that's not what it was.
The candle of the day is this mummy.
huh?
That's not it. She wasn't wax.
Then what was it?
They say that she was frozen.
Okay. Float or dialogue check. Yep. Okay. Cool. So I think what we're going to do then is to just go into each of these and then handle whatever the new dialogue is. And hopefully that'll unlock the key and then we don't have to do this. Again, just doing my best here. Junpei looked down blankly at what he was holding, then up at June.
Oh yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay. Are you worried about me? So basically we're just going back in and choosing the other option of the dialogue. Hey, come on. It's not like that.
That's right. It's not like that.
Junpei did his best to act as though he didn't care. His best wasn't very good.
I guess you haven't changed at all, Jumpy.
She giggled.
By the way, Jumpy. How did you end up here?
I was kidnapped. Weren't you kidnapped? Why did Zero bring both of us here? Okay. I was like, what, 2 new lines? Plate on a shelf.
Hey, Junpei, you got a minute?
Santa had shown up out of nowhere and gave Junpei no small start.
Here, take this.
Santa pulled something out of his pocket.
A bookmark.
It looked like a bookmark. Okay, I know this is not new, but I actually kind of want to refresh what this was. It had a 4-leaf clover
What is
in
this
it.
for? Do you want me to read a book?
I found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa.
Mhm.
Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it anyway.
Then why don't you hold on to it?
Santa gave him a wry smile.
You know what I hate most in the world? I got 4 things. Hope, faith, love, and luck.
Hope, faith, love, and luck?
Damn straight.
And you hate these things?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Not really, but...
Junpei tried to figure out how best to phrase what he wanted to say.
What does a bookmark have to do with any of that?
Santa scratched the back of his ear and looked awkward.
Well, see, each leaf on the 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay? And that meaning is pretty much those 4 words. It's like a flower language. Well, I guess it's not a flower, is it? So, leaf language, I guess? Yeah, you could call them leaf words.
Leaf words.
Junpei looked at the bookmark.
Hope, faith, love, and luck. The meaning of the leaves on a 4-leaf clover.
So, yeah, I want you to take it, okay? Just touching it gives me the creeps. Take the damn thing, alright?
Santa pretended to shiver with disgust and shoved the bookmark into Junpei's confused hands.
Here.
Okay, and then this was our new choice. So before I didn't take it, so this time we're gonna take it. Decided to take it. After all, why shouldn't he?
Alright, sure. I'll take it.
He shoved the thing into his pocket and gave Santa a last confused look.
Oh, man, I feel a lot better now. That thing was a real pain, you know?
Do you really hate those 4 words that much?
Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know? Hope, faith, love. Destiny.
I mean, where's the lie? What had happened to Santa, Junpei wondered. How had he become such a bitter person? His sister was murdered! For a moment, they looked at each other.
Well, that's not my only reason.
What?
That's not the only reason I hate the 4-leaf clover. I just can't bring myself to like the number 4.
Okay.
What, worried about the 4 horsemen? Nah, come on, man. That's just silly. Maybe back in the Dark Ages that kind of crap scared people. But this is the 21st century, and I'm a 21st century guy. I'm a little insulted.
Then why do you hate 4 so much?
'Cause it's a half-ass number. Not the best or the worst. That's why.
What?
What?
9 is a way better number. So what if it's last place, right? At least it's not some lame-ass middle number.
Trying to think if I have a preference between the numbers 4 and 9. Honestly, I'm kind of indifferent to both of them. Y'all probably know at this point that my favorite number is 5. The number 6 is also pretty heavily associated with me somehow. And then my birthday is 8/29. So, yeah, I guess 9's better than 4.
What are you...
Santa's explanation made no sense. Junpei was even more confused than before.
You play?
Play?
Ooh. Well, I think we're gonna have to come back here either way to choose the other option. You mean like gambling? You mean like the stock market? People don't typically refer to the stock market as something you play. So I'm gonna go with gambling.
You mean like gambling?
Yeah, of course. What else would I need?
The stock market?
In Baccarat, the best possible hand totals 9. They call it Le Grand. But the lowest, most worthless cards, zeros, they call monkey.
Just like the guy in charge of this game, huh? Zero's a monkey.
Santa blinked, utterly stunned.
What?
Then he began to laugh.
Oh man, you're totally right. The guy who trapped us in here sure is one hell of a monkey.
Okay. That was when Lotus spoke up.
You know, if you think about it, the Nonary Game is really a lot like Baccarat.
Apparently, she'd been listening.
And of course, it doesn't use any of that stupid digital root junk. You just drop the tens digit and that's it. Still, it does have the same idea of your final number needing to be a single digit.
Oh, yeah, I guess you got a point.
Santa responded very strangely there to me, and I'm not exactly sure why.
And in both games, whoever has 9 wins.
The person who makes 9 wins?
Wait, did you forget already? Don't you remember what Zero said?
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9. So, if we want to get off this boat, we have to make a team whose numbers have the digital root of 9.
And only the people in that team are going to make it out alive.
Okay, now this is sounding potentially not new. Let's see. Oh, just kidding. There's no skip option.
Of course. That's why it's called the Nonary Game.
What?
Huh?
You don't know? Nonary means something derived from 9 or base 9. It's derived from the Latin prefix nona, which means 9.
T.
While we're at it, the prefix for 1 is uni.
What's the prefix for 5?
You know, like the unicorn, the horse with 1 horn.
Maybe penta?
2 is bi. Like
Oh, is it gonna tell me?
Binary means composed of 2 parts.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna guess 3 is tri.
3 is tri. I'm sure you've heard that one plenty.
4 would be quad.
Like trio, triple, and triangle. After that, you have quart, quinty, sext,
Quinty.
septum, and so on.
She look Quinty. That's cute. Me just making 5 the best in every scenario. Quart, 4, quinty, 5, 6, sext, 7, septum, and so on. How are you gonna just skip over 8? You told all of them besides 8.
And of course, the prefix for 8 is
Oh.
octo, like octopus. It's called that because it has 8 legs. Get it?
Right.
I see. So then Nona means 9.
Lotus nodded.
So, how many of us are trapped on this ship?
That'd be 9.
And what are the bracelet numbers we have?
They go from 1 to 9.
And our time limit? How many hours did we have?
0 said 9 hours.
And finally, to get out of this ship,
We need to find the door with the 9 that's hidden somewhere in the ship.
By making a team with the digital root of 9.
Lotus nodded again.
and there you have it. The number 9 is everywhere in this game. He's got a real theme of 9s for this whole thing.
He sure does.
No wonder it's called the Nonary Game.
Somewhere far away, Junpei heard the creak of stressed metal. It sounded almost like Zero laughing at them. Or the sad, desperate scream of a pig headed to the slaughterhouse. Those are very different sounds. Okay, so I want to go back in now and choose stock market.
Hey, Junpei, you got a minute?
So I should be able to skip back to where that was, hopefully. Talking about the bookmark again. He hates everything happy. We're gonna take it again. Nice.
You mean like the stock market?
Nah, that's not what I mean. Why the hell would you think that? I mean, yeah, I do stocks too, but
This last statement, more or less thrown away by Santa, caught Junpei very much by surprise.
You? A stockbroker?
yeah, got a problem with that?
No, you don't look like the type.
What Junpei didn't say, of course, was that he didn't think Santa looked smart enough to be a stockbroker.
Man, that stuff's just like gambling, you know? All you gotta do is bet on the winning horse. Nothing that hard about it.
You sure sound pretty confident. So, are you betting on winning horses?
Of course I am. You remember a couple years back when the stock for Cradle Pharmaceuticals shot through the roof?
How many years?
Stacked a few bills over that, if I do say so myself.
If he ever finds out the connection, he's gonna off himself. Like, I'm telling you guys that right now. If I am correct in my understanding that his little sister, who he clearly cherished, died at these freaking Nonary games, and Cradle Pharmaceuticals is running these Nonary games, and he profited off of them running the Nonary games, he's gonna off himself. You can't live with that.
Uh-huh.
And Santa does not seem like the type that would choose the amount of therapy that he would need to survive that type of knowledge. Just saying. Was all Junpei could think of. He'd never even heard of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Fortunately, he was saved quickly from further embarrassment.
Hey, how long are you gonna stand around wasting time? Stop screwing around.
The voice screaming at them from the other room was unmistakably Lotus's. Junpei and Santa looked at each other.
The lady has spoken.
Santa sighed.
We better get back to work before we really piss her off. I don't want her beating me up.
Beating you up is crazy. And with that, Santa walked off slowly.
Hey, wait! We weren't done!
He started after Santa, intended to catch him, but Lotus appeared from the next room, blocking his path. Her posture suggested she was not about to let him pass. There was nothing for it. He had lost.
Okay, I'll get back to work. Damn it.
Her glare suggested any other choice would not have ended pleasantly for him. Junpei mumbled to himself under his breath and went back to his search. Nice! Okay, guys. We got one more picture of a dog. Junpei messed around a bit with the key he had and looked blankly at the picture that slid down.
What's
Oh,
the
this
deal
again.
with this picture anyway?
Okay, let's see where we land. See this picture in a book. I think it's a telepathic mechanism. Oh God, oh yeah, we have a lot of dialogue to hit. So the first time I actually somehow did choose a dog, and I kind of mostly guessed on that, and it ended up being right, which is really funny. So we're just gonna go down. A man's face.
A man's face? This is the head, and this is the nose and the mouth.
Junpei indicated parts of the picture that looked exactly like the other parts.
Nope, you're wrong.
Lotus smiled triumphantly.
This is a dog. See? Like this.
Lotus pointed out parts of the picture and eventually a dog took shape in them. It looked as though she had a point. It was a dog. Santa also nodded in agreement.
So, now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us.
Lotus nodded and began to speak.
A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once.
Okay.
But once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else.
Mm-hmm.
These two pictures. The first was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog. So, their experiment. First, they sent the picture to other parts of the world outside the reach of British airwaves.
Once again, giving an example of a group of people knowing information that they shouldn't know, because while a different group of people knew it, that information had not reached the group of people that knew it, so how did they know? Oh, the white key's unlocked too! Gorgeous. Okay, like I said, we're just gonna hit all of those options there. This time, I think it's a butterfly.
It's a butterfly. Cho butterfly Yusofa.
Period.
This is the head, and this is the nose and the mouth.
Do butterflies have noses?
Wait, what? What's a Cho Yusofa?
Wait, what? You mean you don't know? He's a former pro wrestler and a huge movie star.
The Rock?
He was just in this movie called Man Bag. Oh, man, it was so sweet.
Dwayne?
He was all like, nom, 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 throwing the bag around like a big mouth. And then, like, guns and gadgets and stuff would just fly out of it. Damn, just thinking about it gives me chills.
After 3 seconds of silence, Lotus looked at Junpei.
You're just screwing with me, aren't you, Junpei? Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you. This is a dog. See? Like this.
Okay.
So, now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us.
Alright. And we're back.
What's the deal with this picture anyway?
I think we have 3 more? I think it's a koi.
Koi? See, here's the head and the tail. And this here's the hands and the feet back here. Looks like he's got some wings on his back, too.
Junpei indicated parts of the picture that looked exactly like the other parts. After 3 seconds of silence, okay. Oh, Lotus looked at Junpei.
I really don't think that's how koi looks. Junpei, Junpei, are you just screwing around? Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you.
Oh.
This is a dog. See? Like this.
Find where the skip starts challenge. Lotus pointed out parts of the picture and eventually a dog took shape in them. This is not new. This is not new. Thank you. There's probably like one word of a difference. You know, I will say, like, I purposely keep my gallon water bottle because, like, one thing about me, I'm going to fill my water up in the morning and I'm not going to fill it up again for the rest of the day. But I think I drink water faster out of a mug.
Anyway?
Genuinely. Santa had only been mumbling to himself, but it drew Lotus's attention. Wait a minute. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I think, like, when you're sucking through a straw, like, you do also suck down air, which is inconsequential, but still something, you know? Maybe I should drink water out of mugs more. A small boat floating in a lake this time.
A small boat floating in a lake? That's the front of the boat, and then there's the oars sticking out.
Junpei indicated parts of the picture that looked exactly like the other parts.
Nope, you're wrong.
Lotus smiled triumphantly.
This is a dog. See? Like this.
The differences in this one are very, very minor, but...
So, their experiment.
Oh.
First, they sent the picture to other parts of the world, outside the reach of British Airways.
Again, probably a single word difference.
Then, in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects, roughly 1,000 people. They were shown the two pictures and asked, what does this picture look like to you?
One more. Lotus indicated the picture they'd all been looking at. After a moment, she walked up to the strange picture, examined it, and then spoke.
Hey, what do you think this picture looks like?
And for my final trick...
What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something like that? It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there. That's it.
What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you?
I guess it looks like...
I think it looks like Funyurinpa. Don't listen. I'm trying. Teriyaki.
A Funyurinpa.
Yeah, a Funyurinpa.
See, I mean, this totally looks like one.
Totally
Here
looks like a
and here.
Funyurinpa. Junpei indicated parts of the picture. That plot twist looked exactly like the other parts. After 3 seconds of silence, Lotus looked at Junpei. Oh.
What the hell is a Funyurinpa?
What do you mean? What the hell is a Funyurinpa? You mean you don't know?
Okay, Lotus pronounced it differently too, in my defense.
How the hell would I know?
How could you not know? Oh, that's practically blasphemous. Oh, say you're sorry. Apologize to the Funyurinpa. Goodness, you are such a rude woman.
Another 3 seconds of awkward silence went by. Lotus opened her mouth as she shook.
Junpei, are you just screwing around? Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you.
Okay. Oh,
This is a dog.
yep. Sure is.
See? Like this.
Yep. Okay. Oh, it looked as though she had a point. Now, why would it stop me here? It was a dog, and it has always been a dog. And yes, I could potentially just go back to the flowchart here, but again, you never know what you're gonna miss. You never know. So I'm just gonna let it take me back naturally. Gorgeous, guys. Unlocked. Oh, Was this locked? I think it was. I don't know why it's unlocked now, but I think we're gonna do the same thing. So we have a rusted knife, freezer, dry ice, and escape the freezer.
A rusty knife? I don't think we'll be able to use it while it's like this.
Have you ever heard the story that the sinking of the Titanic was predicted? Yes, I have.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. There was a novel that had a bunch of stuff in it that described the sinking of the Titanic before it actually sank.
Yeah, that's the one. The title of the novel is Futility. It was written 14 years before the Titanic sank. But?
I know. I mean, I didn't know the name of the book, but the story was the same, right? It was just like what happened on the Titanic?
Yeah.
Well, I heard it was all a hoax.
A hoax?
I heard that the stuff that matched up to the Titanic so well was actually added after it sank.
Yeah.
Apparently, the only thing that was the same originally was that a boat ran into an iceberg and sank.
You know, I saw something earlier talking about the importance of physical media, and this is a great example. Because if all we had were like audiobooks and movies of the Titanic, changes could be made and it would be very difficult to prove. But if you have the original and it's yours, purchased, can't change it.
But the novel was published in 1898, 14 years before the accident.
Like I said, that was the first print of the book.
Okay.
14 years later, the author heard about what happened to the Titanic. He figured that was his chance, you know?
So if you had one of the previous copies, that would be so easy to disprove.
He just went back and changed some stuff in his novel.
That's crazy.
So that it matched the Titanic
That's
exactly.
crazy. Surprised by Junpei's response, June seemed rather taken aback.
Really?
Really? There's no such thing as premonitions or any of that stuff.
For a moment, June looked very unhappy, more so than Junpei thought was normal for such a discussion. But it lasted only a moment. With no apparent reason, she suddenly looked up at him, alarmed.
But that wasn't the only book that predicted the Titanic sinking.
Okay, I feel like this might still be new, but just double check. Yep, okay.
It wasn't?
Yep. There were two other similar stories written by a man named William Thomas Stead. Both of them before the accident. One in 1886 and one in 1892. Stead wrote two stories that had striking similarities to the Titanic disaster. In one, two ships collided. Many of the passengers died because there weren't enough lifeboats. In the other, a ship collided with an iceberg and sank.
I don't know. I mean, I'll give you that it seems a little weird, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't too uncommon for ships to hit icebergs back in the day, or even other ships.
Right, I knew you'd say that.
Hmm?
But what if Stead had some sort of special powers? To be more specific, what if he had the ability to do automatic writing?
What? Automatic writing? Wait, are you talking about when someone's possessed by a spirit and then they write a bunch of stuff without knowing what they're writing?
Okay, this is definitely not new. Really?
Yes.
Here we go. Okay. Freezer. As Junpei walked into the room, a blast of cold air washed over him. Almost instinctively, he folded his arms tight across his chest, doing what he could to conserve body heat. God, this was such an insane scene. So Lotus is locked out, Santa, June, and Junpei are locked in to a freezer. What was new about that? It didn't even stop anything. Maybe there was nothing new in that one. Maybe there's not something new in each one. Junpei picked up the dry ice with his sleeve so as to avoid burning himself. Interesting. It's possible. Maybe only one of them has something new. Well, this one does. Okay. I wonder why it doesn't turn into a liquid first. Santa was now shivering at an astounding rate, but his curiosity seemed unaffected. Junpei, it did seem rather odd.
It is kind of weird.
June answered.
Oh, but it can turn into a liquid. Oh, carbon dioxide turns to liquid if you put it under high enough pressure. But at 1 atmosphere, normal air pressure...
It won't turn into a liquid, right?
Oh, that's right. Instead of melting, it'll do what's called sublimating and change immediately from a solid state to a gaseous one.
See, that is weird. Water's a liquid between 32 degrees and 212 degrees. So why isn't that the case for carbon dioxide?
June replied with an answer that stunned both of them.
There's a kind of ice that doesn't turn into liquid when it goes above 32 degrees.
Huh?
I heard about it. Its melting point is 96 degrees.
Ice with a melting point of 96 degrees?
You mean there's water that freezes at 96 degrees?
Yeah, well, you could also look at it as ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees.
Water that freezes at 96 degrees? Ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees? Junpei was cold as hell, but this was too interesting to ignore. He did his best to warm up by rubbing his arms and stamping? Okay, his feet, then put the question to June.
So what's this ice with a melting point of 96 degrees called?
I heard it's called Ice 9.
Telling us about Ice 9. Again, another example of things shouldn't be how they are, and Junpei was honestly impressed. It was, in fact, a pretty interesting story.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. But, what does that have to do with Ice 9?
To his surprise, it was Santa, and not June, who answered.
What she's saying is that it's a lot like Ice 9. What happened, I mean.
A lot like? If water everywhere started freezing at 96 degrees? Man.
It'd be the end of the world.
Last but not least, escape the freezer. Warm water dripped from the ruptured pipe near the door.
Put water into the bottle with dry ice.
Okay, so we're breaking out. We're hiding in the ground for the explosion. It worked. Hi, Lotus. Okay, nothing new there either. Gorgeous, guys. Let's move down to our first double key. Our only double key? Nope, we got a couple. Or more at least. The operating room. Okay. Oh. I wonder if the amount of keys is the amount of new dialogue sections. Let's see. I'm gonna go straight to chemical closet and then we'll go to before the door. And then maybe that'll open both of them.
You think we should go back?
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
Clover nodded and left. Junpei was about to follow her when he realized that Seven wasn't following suit.
Hey, Seven, what's up?
Oh, well,
He looked up at Junpei distractedly and then back down at the brown bottle he cupped in his large hands.
Is that a medicine bottle?
I got curious about it. Here.
In response, Seven tossed the bottle gently to Junpei. He caught it and twisted it around to read the label.
Ethylene diamine tartrate?
It's not medicine. I think it's an industrial strength detergent.
Why would they have something like that here?
To clean.
It was like, man, how do you say it?
Like the molecules were communicating with one another,
Mm-hmm.
transmitting information in a way humans couldn't perceive.
Mm-hmm.
This phenomena spread throughout the world, right?
Junpei looked up at Seven with half a smirk. Seven stared at him, dumbfounded.
Yeah, that's it exactly.
but how did you know?
I heard another story, kind of like that one.
We've heard a few. Do you know something about Ice 9?
Know something about it?
I told you I think I do. Just hold on. It was...
7 thought hard and mumbled to himself. After a few minutes, he gave up.
Damn it! Why'd you have to ask me some dumbass question? I totally lost my train of thought.
Sorry, man.
As Junpei was trying to figure out what on earth he was going to say next, Clover's shrill voice pierced the room.
Hey, what are you two doing over there? Stop wasting time and get over here!
Okay, we're coming.
Jeez!
7 looked at Junpei.
Oh well. Look, if I remember anything, I'll let you know. Alright?
Sounds good, I'll be here.
Right now we need to get the hell out of this room though, okay?
With that, he turned and left. Junpei, his mind still occupied with the story 7 had told him, slowly followed. Alright, interesting. So neither of the keys are unlocked. Alright, let's head into before the door.
Hey, hold on.
Junpei stopped, about to put the key into the doorknob.
Oh, what's up?
Where's Clover?
Huh?
Junpei turned around. Clover was nowhere to be seen.
Oh, god damn it. Where the hell did she go? Okay, just hold on a minute. I'll go get her.
Sure thing.
Junpei left 7 at the door and headed back to the operating room. He found her, standing next to the operating table. She was staring at the mannequin.
Hey, Clover, what's wrong? Come on,
This is
let's
when
get
she's
out of
like,
here.
my brother's dead. Junpei, what do you want to do? Okay, so Junpei told Clover they needed to leave, or gave her the 4-leaf clover? We're gonna save that one for last because that's really cute.
Let's just get out of here. We've got the key, let's use it. That cool with you?
Yeah.
Clover nodded, almost imperceptibly. Still, Junpei was glad to see that she was at least somewhat responsive.
Then it's time to go.
He put his hand on her shoulder and guided her to the preparation room. As they arrived at the door, she suddenly stopped.
I'm sorry.
What was this? Why was she apologizing? Junpei wasn't sure what to make of her. Was she emotionally unstable because her brother had gone missing?
I'm really sorry.
Okay, that sounds familiar. How could anyone pretend not to hear something like that? But something told him this wasn't the time to press the issue. Okay. Let's go back into the before the door, and then we're going to choose giving her the 4-leaf clover this time.
Hey, hold on.
Oh, god damn it. Where the hell did she go?
I don't know why it keeps stopping me.
Hey, Clover.
Oh, I guess it's...
What's wrong?
Okay.
Come on, let's get out of here.
She didn't respond. If she hadn't been standing up and breathing, Junpei might have thought she was dead.
What are you doing? Did you want to come back here and say goodbye to John?
It wasn't the best joke, but it was something, an attempt to lighten the mood. Clover didn't laugh. She stood stock still and said nothing.
Hey, Clover, can you hear me?
Perhaps it was something he'd said, or perhaps it was something else. Okay. Now we're gonna give her the 4-leaf clover.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't know why, but suddenly Junpei remembered something he'd been given earlier. That makes sense as to why it was locked, because in order to have given her the 4-leaf clover, we would to have taken the 4-leaf clover. And in the first playthrough, I didn't do that.
It's in my pocket somewhere. Here it is.
He reached into his pocket and dug it out.
A 4-leaf clover.
Cute. Santa had given it to him in the second classroom. He held it out to Clover.
Hey, did you know? Each leaf means something.
It's crazy that little decisions like me taking a bookmark or not could have impacted something like this.
Hope, faith, love, and luck. That's what a 4-leaf clover stands for. Take it. Use it as a good luck charm.
He pressed the 4-leaf clover into her hand.
Listen to me, Clover. No matter what happens, you can never lose hope. You have to remember what's most important, and that's to have faith and to have love.
And luck.
If you can remember all of those, that'll bring you good luck.
Period.
Snake, I mean, your brother, he's not dead.
Which is true at this moment in time.
He's alive, somewhere. I'm sure of it.
And
you just gotta believe in that.
And he wasn't wrong. And that is on faith, hope, love, and luck. Clover stared at the 4-leaf clover in her hand. He could see tears start to form at the corners of her eyes.
Thank you.
Her voice was tiny and broken, and as she spoke, she started to cry. She tried to hide her tears by looking at the floor, but it did little good. She wiped away tears with the baggy arms of her jacket, but more quickly took their place. No matter how she tried, she couldn't stop crying. Her tears made small wet circles on the floor.
Thank you.
She said it again. Then she looked up at Junpei and seemed to choke down the last of her grief. She did her best to smile. Junpei wiped an errant tear from her cheek with his thumb and gave her the best smile he could manage. Why is this like giving intimate? Also, very, very kind of Junpei to do this.
Now, come on. Seven's waiting for us at the exit.
But still, she didn't move.
Wait, before we go, there's one thing I want to ask you.
What's that?
Are you single?
What do you think when you hear the word experiment?
For a moment, his mind froze. Then he came back to his senses and realized the word meant nothing to him, aside from the dictionary definition.
What?
Oh, I guess it was just a coincidence then. I mean, that you knew about the 4-leaf clover.
Look, I'm sorry. I don't want to be a jerk, but you are making less than no sense right now.
You could have just asked her to elaborate.
Oh, no. It's nothing. Just forget about it.
No, I think you should elaborate.
Oh, don't give me that. You really think I could just drop this? What is this experiment you were talking about?
Clover looked away. The 4-leaf clover was still in her hand. She stared at it for a long moment and then finally spoke.
You promise you won't tell anyone?
Nope.
Cross my heart.
Really?
Nope.
Really?
I can trust you, right?
Nope.
Of course you can.
Clover slipped the 4-leaf clover into her pocket. Her eyes still red from crying, she looked up at Junpei.
Okay then, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what happened on this ship 9 years ago.
I'm sorry. How do you know what happened on this ship 9 years ago?
Wait. On this ship?
I mean, granted, she is Snake's sister, so if Snake knows what happened, she probably knows what happened, but this is the first we're hearing of it.
Yeah, this ship.
He was entirely lost. He had 1,000 questions, but it was probably best, he thought, to save them until Clover had finished.
It was an experiment to test some sort of psychic thing. Communicating through these fields that you can't see.
Fields that you can't see?
He'd heard something like this before. Clover nodded.
Like, think about this.
She pointed at the operating table. On top of it was a somewhat mismatched medical mannequin, whose parts had been swapped with another mannequin.
This is John, right? But is he really John?
Huh?
All Junpei could think was, she has finally completely lost it.
Isn't this like Locke's socks? Or the ship of Theseus?
Junpei grew even more confused. He'd never heard of either of those things, although they sounded smart.
You don't know? You haven't heard of those paradoxes?
No?
Junpei shook his head.
Really?
Clover laughed.
Okay, well pay attention then. This is how Locke's socks works. Let's say I've got a pair of socks, They're my favorite socks.
Okay.
One of them gets a hole in it. What would you do if that was your sock, Junpei?
Throw the socks away? Oh. I'm sorry. I'm not patching up socks. Like, I'm just gonna get new socks.
Well, I'd pitch it, I guess.
But it's your favorite pair of socks.
It was my favorite pair of socks. I mean, like, honestly, it depends on how big the hole is. Like, but if it needs to be patched up, bro, I just think it's time to get new socks.
Come on, who loves their socks that much?
It doesn't matter. Just suppose you do love them that much.
Well, I guess then I'd patch it.
But what if another hole opens?
I'd add another patch, I suppose.
So at what point does it stop becoming the sock with patches and instead becomes patches with sock? I think is where she's going with this.
What if another hole opened after that?
Another patch, I guess?
Well, let's say you just keep adding new patches until eventually the original cloth of the sock is totally gone. Once you get to that point, can you really say they're the same socks you started with?
Well, that's tough.
Junpei crossed his arms.
So, that's the locked socks thing?
Yeah, the ship of Theseus is a lot like it.
I love a good paradox.
The ship of Theseus. If you keep fixing the damaged parts of a ship, eventually it ends
becomes
up
a
with
new
none
ship.
of the parts it started with. Can you really say that ship is the same one you started with?
Okay.
And what if you took all the old parts from the first ship and built another one somewhere else? Then which ship is the real ship of Theseus? The one you repaired, or the one you built with all the original parts?
Okay, I would say the one you repaired, technically, is still the real ship of Theseus, just not with the parts of the real ship of Theseus. That makes sense. It was an interesting question. Clover could see Junpei was intrigued.
Hey, do you think it's the same?
What's the same?
These guys. Is this John, or is it Lucy now?
Still John. He has John's head. Junpei looked at the operating table again. A mannequin, full of body parts from a different body. Clover had been right. It was just like locked socks and the ship of Theseus. The part of the body that holds a person's identity is the head. Of course, for many hundreds of years, conventional wisdom had held that a man's identity resided in his heart, or any number of internal organs. And here, they had both.
John's head and heart are both his. But apart from those, and a single arm, the rest of his body was once Lucy's.
Was that mannequin really John?
We're just like these mannequins.
She looked at Junpei again.
Think about it. The cells in our body change every day. Old ones die and new ones are born. Maybe part of my arm is made of stuff from a fish I ate once. Or maybe part of your right side is made from a cow you ate. If you take it a little further, those cows and fishes are made from something else too, right?
Right?
That's how we're all connected. Through fields that can't be seen with the naked eye.
Okay, I'm down. The silence was broken by Seven.
Hey, what the hell is taking you two
We
so long?
were reminiscing. Seven's head appeared in the doorway. He was not happy.
How long are you gonna make me wait? We don't have time to screw around.
Junpei and Clover looked at each other. Clover looked at Junpei as if to say there was more she wanted to tell him. She shook her head. Whatever she had to tell him, she didn't want to tell him in front of Seven. Seven seemed to catch on.
Oh? What were you two doing? Was this some sort of secret meeting?
Yes, we were forming an alliance to take you out.
No, it wasn't. We were just
Just...
playing with the mannequins.
Huh?
Let's go, Junpei.
Moving a little bit too fast to be entirely innocent, Clover headed toward the exit. Seven stared after her, then turned to Junpei with an amused expression.
Playing with mannequins, huh?
Yes, and I don't want to discuss it any further.
Didn't know you were into that kind of thing.
Why
Junpei.
would you? You just met me.
You're a dick.
Junpei dashed past him and traced Clover's path out of the door? Okay. I'm assuming he responded that way because Seven was referring to him playing with dolls or mannequins as him having a different sexuality. I'm assuming that's where that reaction came out of. Because if it's not that, Junpei. With a short laugh, 7 followed. They stood in front of the door. Okay. Oh. Junpei took out the Jupiter key.
All right, I'm gonna open it now. Is that cool?
Okay. Now the bottom key is unlocked, but the top key isn't? So there was still one more option in before the door that we could choose. Let's go back in and do that.
Hey, hold on.
Gave her the 4-leaf clover. Tell me about the paradoxes. Okay, so this time I would patch up the sock.
Well, I guess I'd patch it up, get some cloth, and close up the hole.
But what if another hole opens?
I'd add another patch, I suppose.
What if another hole opened after that?
Another patch, I guess?
Well, let's say you just keep adding new patches.
Okay, so if this does not unlock the top key, then I think we need to go back into the dialogue above this, which, well, no, it wouldn't be different now that I've gone through this, because this would have come after that. I don't know. And it's like, okay, if this was going to unlock the second key, why would it not have unlocked the top key? See? Okay, that's weird. Wait. Did the red keys relock? Is that because I'm on the white path now? I guess. It's a little odd. Okay. Do I need to go into the operating room? Let's go back into the closet one more time and just make sure there's nothing new here.
You think we should go back?
Although, again, I don't see how there could be anything new here. Maybe I should have chosen the bottom option today. You know what? Maybe I should have chosen the bottom option. Because maybe there's new dialogue after the bottom option. That would make sense.
Probably best.
And if that's not the solution, fam, I don't know what is. That would make sense, though. Yeah, that would make sense. I think that logic is logicking. I'm going in with hope. Okay. Know about Ice 9. So hopefully we get stopped again for a new white choice. That is so weird. There was nothing new in that, but it unlocked. All right. Listen, I'm playing the game right now. And by playing the game, I'm playing the game. All right. The game is trying to trick me. It's trying to confuse me. I'm not having it. I'm not letting it. We're on the home stretch, people. Oh, don't start. Guys, it is only on this screen. I don't know what weird glitch. Stop it. Boy, if you don't let me go back up. Okay. I don't know how I just got over here. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Jesus freaking criminy. Okay. Chart room. Pocket watch. A voice he hadn't expected startled Junpei from his examination of the pocket watch.
Oh, pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
No. Oh, I just thought I'd come check up on the two of you. Is there a problem? Well, not a problem, but...
Well, not a problem, but... That's a lie. I wanted to get rid of Ace. I sent him to the wheelhouse at the beginning for a reason. I wanted to talk to Clover alone. There's something I want to ask her, and I don't want anyone to overhear us. I'm pretty sure Clover won't talk if there's anyone else around. I'm a little desperate to send him back, quick. He has to leave.
Ace opened his mouth, then took another look at Junpei and shut it again. A small smirk appeared on his face.
Oh, I see. Of course.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my flirt on, so if you could please give me some privacy. He looked Junpei over, then glanced at Clover.
I apologize for the intrusion.
Thanks.
Well, best of luck.
Thanks. I'm gonna put a sock on the door. Ace gave Junpei a knowing pat on the shoulder and left. Listen, whatever I gotta do, okay? Juncake would understand. Junpei let out a sigh and brushed a few drops of sweat from his forehead. He turned and found himself looking straight into Clover's eyes. She'd heard what Ace had said. She regarded Junpei with caution.
What was that about?
Girl, I was just playing the game. She was clearly suspicious, and with good reason.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I hope I was just playing the game. Oh, God. Junpei's eyes widened, and he held up his hands in a gesture of innocence.
No, it's not like that.
Thank you for clarifying.
What's it like then?
I just wanted to hear the rest of that story. I didn't get a chance to ask you about it until now.
What story?
About the experiment, remember?
Oh!
The one you started to tell me in the operating
How
room?
fun.
You said something about an experiment that happened here 9 years ago.
Clover bit her lip. She stared down at the floor for several long moments, and when she spoke, it was barely
I'm
audible.
sorry, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm just not in the mood, okay?
No. We don't have any other opportunity.
You understand, right?
No.
I keep thinking about my brother. I can't stop. I mean, who would do something like that to my brother?
If you told me what happened 9 years ago, perhaps I could use some context clues and figure out who would do something like that to your brother.
I can't forgive them. I'm not gonna let them get away with it.
Oh, we know. We know.
They're gonna pay for it.
Oh.
I promise.
We believe you.
So...
Her shoulders were shaking. Drops of blood had sprung up on her lips where she was biting them. Girl! She wiped it off and looked at Junpei, her eyes fierce and angry.
Junpei, who do you think did it?
I don't know! Her voice was cold and scarcely above a whisper. Junpei gulped.
Well, if what Seven said was right, then there would have to be at least 2 of them. You need at least 3 people to open the numbered doors, and if you subtract Snake, that means there were at least 2 other people.
You're right. So, what does that mean?
Well, if we just look at the bracelet numbers, we should be able to figure it out. Who could have opened door 3 with Snake? Well, really, who and who, or who and who?
Right.
You mean it could have been 4 people?
Hi, Frankie. Hi. Do you want to come say hi to the people? Hi, Baba. Okay, whenever you're ready.
Well, technically, it's possible.
I don't know. That doesn't seem very likely.
Hello. Guys, Frankie says hello.
Why?
I'll tell you later. Why don't we just assume it was only 2 other people for now?
Okay, I think that was actually important. Frankie would come in to distract me when it's important. So we mentioned that it could have been 4 other people that went in with Snake. And Clover's saying, although it's possible, it's not likely. Why? I'll tell you later. Girl, I fear there's not gonna be much of a later. Like, we're kind of latered out.
Okay, got it. Let's do that then.
Then who do you think it could be?
Junpei crossed his arms and thought. Snake's bracelet number was 2. Which two bracelet numbers added to 2 would give a digital root of 3? It's gonna make me choose. Oh God, okay. Let's see if we can do this in our head quickly. So again, let's do the short version. We need to get to 9 or we need to get to 18, right? No, yes. So 9 minus 2 is 7. So that could be Santa and Clover. Should I choose that? She would be pissed. Oh God. I just realized all of these are gonna have different dialogue, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Okay, well, Clover's not an option. So that rules that out. It could also be Ace and me. Oh, I'm also not an option. Oh wait, no, why do I keep thinking I'm 6? Ace and June. Okay. Or if it was gonna be 18, 18 minus 2 is 16. So it would have to be number 9 who's dead and 7, or 2 lotuses, which is not possible. So the literal only option I'm thinking is Ace and June. So I'm gonna choose that one last, because I think that one's the correct answer.
Would it be Ace and Santa? The digital root for Snake, Ace, and Santa is 6. No, they wouldn't be able to open door 3.
Hopefully I can just bounce back to that dialogue screen and it doesn't make me go through all of that to get here again.
Then maybe.
Oh, gorgeous. W game.
Would it be 7 and Lotus? The digital root for Snake, 7, and Lotus is 8. Nope, they couldn't open door 3. Then which 2 people could? Would it be June and Lotus? June, the murderer? No, not possible. But just in case. The digital root for Snake, June, and Lotus is 7. Of course they wouldn't be able to open door 3. Then which 2 could? Would it be June and 7? I really don't think June is the murderer, but just in case.
This is
The
fun.
digital root for Snake, June, and 7 is 6. Of course they wouldn't be able to open door 3.
I like how they actually put some effort into making all of these a little different.
Would it be Santa and Lotus? The digital root for Snake, Santa, and Lotus is 4. Nope, they couldn't open door 3. Then... would it be Santa and 7? The digital root for Snake, Santa, and 7 is 3. Wait, hold on. Are Santa and 7 the killers?
Wait. Oh shoot! I was not trying to get to the digital root of 2. Oh wait, why did I think I was trying to get to 9? Gosh darn it! I chose the right answer on accident. I was calculating the wrong digital root. Well,
What's wrong?
we're gonna have to go back into that, unfortunately. Clover looked at Junpei, and he looked back at her. There was no point in hiding it.
Well, I thought about it, and...
He told her his conclusions. So Santa and 7, huh?
That's what I thought.
She looked less surprised than he'd expected.
Santa and 7. If it was 2 people, then that's the only combination that works.
Hey, wait a minute there. Don't you think it's a little too early to be jumping to conclusions?
Yes.
Well, all I said is that those 2 would have been able to open door 3 with your brother. There might be other possibilities.
Well, what other possibilities?
He didn't have an answer. He was ready to admit defeat when Clover spoke.
Are you saying you think that it was 3 or 4 people?
I'm saying I would like to know why you're so confident it wasn't 3 or 4 people.
I really don't think that's likely.
Why?
Why not?
Can I borrow your pen and paper?
Sure. Clover put her hand out expectantly.
Yeah, here.
Junpei pulled out his pen and pad of paper and handed them to her. She opened the notebook and wrote down several simple addition problems. Eventually, she had 8, which provided a digital root of 3. A, 2, Snake, plus Ace, Santa, and June equals 12. B, Snake, plus Ace, Clover, and Junpei equals 12. C, Snake, plus Clover, 7, and Lotus equals 21. D, Snake plus me, June, and okay, so she basically eliminated all of the options that include me or Clover. And that is why she's so confident there's 2. Very nice logic there. Me, June, and Lotus equals 21. Snake plus Ace, Santa, 7, and Lotus equals 21. F, Snake plus Ace, Clover, June, and Lotus equals 21. G, Snake plus Ace plus me plus June plus 7 equals 21. H, Snake plus Santa plus Clover plus me plus 7 equals 21.
What's this?
These are the combinations for 3 or 4 people. These 8 combinations are the only possible ones.
Oh, I see.
Junpei,
Yeah?
I can trust you, right?
Honestly, now, yes.
Of course. Why would you need to ask that?
Because if she can't trust me, then she might think I was the killer.
Really?
Yeah.
So then I should get rid of B, D, G, and H, right?
Right.
Of course. Just cross them out. And you should take off yours too. The ones with 4.
So, what does that leave?
A and E.
Okay, so we do have some options.
Wait, it can't be A.
Why?
Because June's in that one. There's no way in hell she'd do something like that.
Are you sure?
I'd bet my
No.
life on it.
Okay then. I can cross off A
I'm
too.
not sure of
right?
anything. Has that not been made clear?
Yeah.
Well, what have we got left?
E.
Santa, Ace, 7, and Lotus.
Do you know what this means?
Everyone besides me, you, and June would be working together.
Do you think that's likely? If there were 4 people working together, they wouldn't be very cautious. I don't think they'd try that hard to hide what they were doing if they outnumbered us, right?
Well, you do have a point.
And besides, if Ace and 7 are working together, they could have easily gotten rid of me when I went to the shower room with them. But they didn't. They didn't even try anything. If they were killers, why wouldn't they?
Her voice was calm, but Junpei had only to look her in the eye to know it was a forced calm. There were tears forming at the corners of her eyes, and she was blinking furiously to keep them back. Perhaps by attempting an objective analysis of who might have killed her brother, she had been able to distance herself from the harsh reality of his death. The more she struggled to act unconcerned, the more Junpei felt his heart tighten.
Oh, I see. Anyway, I understand now. It seems pretty unlikely that it was as many as 3 or 4 people.
Yeah,
Then that means there's a good chance it was Santa and 7.
that's how it looks.
But why would they do it?
There was a moment of silence.
Their motive.
He laid his hand gently on her shoulder. He was close, so close to the answer. When Ace chose the worst possible moment to return. He raised a knowing eyebrow and then spoke.
Have I interrupted something?
Yes! God, can you get a clue? Read the room, please.
What is it?
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
He turned on his heel and walked back toward the wheelhouse.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Junpei looked over at Clover. He gave her a short nod, hoping that she would be willing to talk to him again later, and followed Ace.
What did you want to talk about?
Ace looked at Junpei and smiled, perhaps more of a smirk than a smile.
There was something I wanted to check.
Yeah?
If you'll excuse me.
With no warning, Ace slipped his hand into the pocket of Junpei's vest.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
I'm just checking.
No, stop!
He reached for Ace's arm, but it was already too late.
In
In the older man's hand were the pieces of crap. I don't remember this happening before. Did this happen before? It didn't. Oh no! In the older man's hand were the pieces of paper Junpei had balled up and hidden in his pocket. So this is referring to when we were making the decision of which door to go into, and June had written all of the options on different pieces of paper and was able to cheat to make sure he went into the door he wanted. Yeah. You know what he should have done? Swallowed them. And no, you might be wondering, Mikayla, you keep telling everybody to swallow everything, but it's the only way to prevent it from being found.
Just as I thought. What exactly are these pieces of paper hiding in your pocket?
Nothing. I got Clover's phone number for when we get out of here.
You switched them, didn't you, when we
No,
voted?
I would never do that.
Well, I can't say that I care.
Great.
I managed to get through the numbered door I wanted, despite your mischief.
Great.
Then, why did you...
Oh, simple curiosity. I hope you won't think ill of me for it.
No, but I will be more suspicious of you than I already was. Ace smiled, gave Junpei a friendly pat on the shoulder, and then turned on his heel and left. It was a small defeat, but it was a defeat. Junpei had lost the upper hand, and he knew it. He could feel his stomach begin to tense.
Damn.
Okay. This is unlocked, but unfortunately, for purposes of completion, I am going to go choose all of the options I did not choose really quickly, and then we can just back right out. Yes, there is. No, but yeah, that one. So again, who could it have been if it were two people? Ace and June?
Ace and June. The digital root for Snake, Ace, and June is 9. Nope, they couldn't open door 3. And besides, there's no way in hell June is a murderer. Damn, I need to think it over again.
Ace and 7.
Would it be Ace and 7? The digital root for Snake, Ace, and 7 is 1. The numbers aren't the right ones. They wouldn't be able to open door 3. But in that case, who was it?
Ace and Lotus.
Would it be Ace and Lotus? The digital root for Snake, Ace, and Lotus is 2. That's definitely not 3. They wouldn't be able to open the door. Then which 2 could?
Perhaps Santa and June.
Would it be Santa and June? The digital root for Snake, Santa, and June is 2. Nope, they couldn't open door 3. And besides, there's no way in hell June is a murderer.
Period. Okay.
What am I doing? Let's try this again.
Now we've covered all of them. Oh! Okay, hold on. I gotta get where it lets me do flow. Okay, the right one was Santa and 7, right? Yeah.
Would it be Santa and 7?
Uh-oh. Flow is not visible. Oh no. Hopefully we don't have to run through all of this. Oh, why is this stopping? She looked less surprised. Yeah, this is not new.
If it was 2 people, then that's the only combination that works.
Okay, maybe this is technically different because I went through all the options before choosing this time. Okay, the rest appears to be the same. Gotcha. Hi, Ace. Bye, Chloe. Okay. It's only on this screen. Guys, it's very weird. I don't know what's happening. It's like some sort of glitch. Okay. Well, looks like we have one. Oh, God. We have one dialogue area left before we get to the area that leads us to the new ending. If I can get back down. Run before it stops. No. Who would have known part of the game is fighting the freaking cursor? No. This is insane. This is actually insane. how did I get over there? Okay, go. Oh, Jesus freaking Christ. All right, we got red file and we got monitor. See, like on here, no drifting. It's not the controller, it's the game. Has to be. A red file lay in the drawer. Junpei reached down and picked it up.
Looks like there's something on the cover. ALLICE. All ice. Alice. Does this mean...
Junpei couldn't hold back. He had to know what was in that file. Each page was covered with strange characters. They looked like tiny drawings of birds, snakes, insects, horned animals, wings, and even kneeling humans. There were many pages in the file, and each was full of these strange symbols.
What the hell is this?
So it would seem.
This must be the key to the library, then.
Bottom deck. Library. Oh!
Junpei remembered something he'd heard from Seven when they'd been in the chemical closet.
Seven said something like...
Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge beneath the navel of the gigantic.
Could beneath the navel mean the bottom deck, and the forest of knowledge is the library? Then could Alice be in a room somewhere beyond the library?
What's wrong? Something on your mind?
Junpei blinked. Only then did he notice Ace looking at him, curiosity and concern written across his face in equal parts.
Yeah. I just remembered something.
Is that so? What about?
Well, don't laugh, okay?
There was no reason for Junpei to hide his thoughts. He began to explain his theory to Ace. Then he stopped. It wouldn't make any sense if Ace didn't know who Alice was supposed to be. So he told Ace everything June had told him.
The Egyptian priestess and Ice 9. Interesting.
And the woman who wouldn't melt, who was recovered from the Titanic disaster? They called her All Ice, which eventually turned into Alice. And she was purchased by an English millionaire who called himself Lord Gordain. According to Seven, this ship is where he hid Alice.
And you think that he hid her in a small room, beyond the library on the bottom deck?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is just a theory.
Ace stared off into the distance, his hands slowly and absent-mindedly stroking his beard. After a few moments, his hand stopped. He turned slowly to look at Junpei, and his brows drew together.
Junpei, have you ever heard of the term CAS?
CAS?
It stands for Cells Alive System. It is an advanced technology for freezing and preserving organic matter. Put simply, it is a technique that allows one to freeze things without the formation of ice crystals. Normally, if you freeze something fresh, water within its cells expands as it crystallizes, damaging the cell membrane. CAS, however, works differently. The object to be frozen is supercooled using magnetic fields, and then frozen instantly and uniformly, giving ice crystals no time to form. It was originally developed for the preservation of food, as an alternative to the normal freezing process. Now, however, there are rumors that it can be used for other things.
Well, that's wild.
What do you mean, other things?
I think you know what he means, Junpei.
Well, there are obvious medical uses, but perhaps also space travel.
Right.
Space travel? Are you serious?
Surely you've heard of suspended animation. Cryogenic freezing? It's a fairly common idea in science fiction books and films. People are sometimes frozen for especially lengthy journeys through space.
That was when Junpei understood what Ace was suggesting.
Whoa, wait a minute there.
Ace looked at him and raised an eyebrow.
Are you saying that Alice was frozen using that CAS thing?
Well, I'm sure the possibility is quite low, but it is a possibility. If this special ice you call Ice 9 does indeed exist, and CAS were used to freeze her into that sort of ice instantaneously.
You think she could be alive?
Well, I can't say for sure, of course. I'm only talking about possibilities.
That's crazy.
The melting point for Ice 9 is 96 degrees, right?
Right.
If she were put somewhere where she could reach that temperature...
That's nuts. Are you really saying she could have defrosted and started walking about?
I mean, I don't think, like, of all of the crazy things we've heard in this game, I don't think that's the craziest one.
You're quite right. It does sound unbelievable. But if she had, then we would have an explanation for the man we found dead on the floor.
You mean the guy dressed like a captain?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we still haven't addressed that.
Clearly, he was murdered. But if he was murdered, then by whom? It couldn't have been one of us. That would be impossible. In order to enter the captain's quarters, one must first open door 1. That door that requires the Earth key prevented us from accessing door 1. Who was it that opened that door?
Santa and Lotus.
Right. Clearly, the two of them could not have opened door 1, or any other door for that matter. Who else then could have done so?
Junpei thought for a second.
Nobody. After Santa and Lotus used the Earth key, they turned back and met up with me and June. Then we returned to the large hospital room and found Ace, Seven, and Clover. While we'd gone into the shower room, Ace, Seven, and Clover had stayed behind. But it's impossible for those 3 to open door 1. But what about when June and I took the elevator to door 2? No, still won't work. We were only gone 5 minutes. No human being could have run to the captain's quarters, killed that guy in there, and run back that fast.
It would be impossible for any of us to be the murderer. That being the case, who could have killed him? Wouldn't it make sense if his killer was someone who had been in the ship for some time? A person like that would know the ship well. They would know the locations of all the hidden passages and secret doors. The numbered door would mean nothing to someone like that. It would be a simple thing for them to enter the captain's quarters.
Then you're saying the killer was Alice?
It was Junpei's turn to raise an eyebrow. Ace drew his thumb across his lips thoughtfully.
Well, this is all only one possible theory.
All ice. Alice. Is she really somewhere on the ship?
Junpei had only one clue. The key card in his hand.
Maybe this card will give me access to the Forest of Knowledge.
Oh.
And the big mystery.
Okay.
What could be there beyond the Forest of Knowledge? Anyway, whatever. It's gonna have to wait. I can't do anything right now. I'll come back to this later.
He gripped the key card tighter and shoved it deep into his pocket. Ooh, okay. One unlocked.
Huh.
Junpei snorted with grim humor for the second time since he'd come into the room. The 4 screens along the bottom had a single letter on each, spelling out
Z-E-R-O, huh? It's like he's making fun of us. What do you think?
He turned to Clover, who was standing next to him. Clover nodded.
Nothing.
It seemed that she cared about little. Of course, Junpei could hardly blame her. Given the strain she was surely under, Junpei was somewhat surprised she had responded at all. Still, he had to ask. He gestured toward the corpse.
What about him?
God.
Do you think that's really Zero?
Clover shook her head weakly.
There's no way that's him. Didn't I tell you already? Zero is one of us.
Yeah, right. Well, even if he wasn't one of us, there's no way that man could be Zero.
Huh?
Don't you get it? The letters that spell Zero on the TV screen, the captain's clothes he's got on, and of course, the bracelet with a 0 on it. It's too obvious. Look, this is Zero right here. This dead body is Zero. Isn't that kind of fishy?
You're right. Only an idiot wouldn't see through something like that.
No, that's not the point. I'm not trying to make fun of them for thinking a trick like this would work. I'm sure they didn't think it would work, which makes me wonder.
I'm just not reading that. Why did they do it?
I think this is a challenge. A challenge from the person who's really behind all of this. He's making fun of us. Don't you get it? If whoever killed this guy really wanted us to think this corpse was Zero, they'd never have put a bracelet on him. Walking around with a 0 bracelet would be like hanging a sign around your neck that said, "I did it!" Anyone with a brain would be able to see that this guy is supposed to look like everything Zero is supposed to be. Just like we did. The killer must have known we wouldn't think he was Zero and put the bracelet on him anyway. Do you know why?
Why?
Like I said, he's mocking us. Too bad, suckers, this isn't Zero. Where's the real me then? See if you can catch me. It's the same bad joke a lot of criminals like to play. They'll just sit back and watch people run in circles.
That's really twisted. But it almost seems kind of childish.
Yeah, you're right. It's really childish. It's like it's just a game to whoever this person is.
I mean, yes.
That's what seems funny to me.
It is quite literally called the Nonary Games. Junpei bent down next to the corpse.
Alright, let's get back to the point. Who killed this man?
I don't know.
And what's this guy's deal? Who is he?
How would I know that? If I knew anything, I would have told you.
You have no idea who he is.
Why would I?
Junpei sat back on his haunches and thought.
We should check and see if he's got anything on him that might tell us who he is. Give me
Like
a hand
an
here, Clover.
ID, a driver's license, some sort of wallet.
We gotta flip him over. How else are we gonna search his pockets?
Gotta do it, girl. Clover didn't move. Come on, Clover. Buck up, girl.
Okay, fine. Guess I'll do it.
Well, Junpei had no choice but to move the body on his own.
Here we go.
He grabbed hold of an area not completely covered in blood and shoved. It took a moment, but eventually Junpei felt the man's bulk begin to shift. But just as he did,
Huh?
oh, something fell from the man's left wrist.
Hey, it's the
bracelet with 0 on the face.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2. More likely, which is 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or the airtight wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
Oh god.
Junpei stared at the bracelet.
This man, he's dead, isn't he?
Yes!
Huh?
No, it's just, I guess I didn't really think about it until right now.
You thought he was alive? And we were just chilling? Having a conversation over his body? What?
If his bracelet's off, that means he's dead.
Yes, with the capital D.
Well, it's pretty obvious that he's dead. You don't really need to look at his bracelet to figure out that he's dead.
Yeah. I guess you're right. It is pretty obvious. Well, he looks a lot better than the other bodies we've seen, though. You know? I mean, if there wasn't all this blood, he'd almost look like he was still alive. I mean, I know it's kind of a messed up thing to say, but he kinda has it better, you know? Dying from a bomb going off inside of you, I mean, that's just... Some of Snake's bones went right through his skin.
Okay. Why are you bringing this up in front of her right now?
I think the explosion must have thrown him against a wall or something. There was a broken bone just sticking out of his left arm.
Because I wasn't saying. But still, why are we talking about this in front of her right now?
And,
Suddenly, Junpei realized what he was saying. How could he have been so cruel? He clapped his hands over his mouth. But it was already too late. He turned to look at Clover. She was glaring at him furiously.
What did you just say?
Oh, shoot. Oh my god, okay. In the previous video, Clover never got to find out Snake was alive, right? I don't think so. I think she had already been murdered at that point. Snake got to find out Clover was dead. Clover did not get to find out Snake was alive. Oh my god. And then Junpei, because he wouldn't shut up, just said that there was a bone sticking out of his left arm. which clued Clover in. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Her words sounded cold. He knew an apology could hardly atone for what he'd done, but he tried anyway.
Oh man, I am so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I really don't know what I was thinking. I mean...
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What did you say about his arm?
Arm?
Yes, his left arm. You said it, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I did, but... I mean, didn't you see it too?
Of course not. I could barely look at him. There's no way I was going to see the details.
Clover took a quick, deep breath.
Are you sure it was his left arm?
Junpei thought back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
And he had a broken bone, right?
What the hell are you getting at here?
Just shut up and answer me!
She shoved her face closer to his. He could see the fire in her eyes. Junpei winced and swallowed.
Yeah, he did. It was pretty bad, too. The bone was sticking out of the arm.
No sooner were the words out of his mouth than Clover's expression changed.
Clover? What's wrong? Look, I'm sorry if I said anything.
Suddenly, she was crying. Junpei wasn't sure what to do.
Thank you.
It was close to the last thing he had expected to hear.
Huh? What are you...
Junpei had no idea what had just happened. He didn't think he'd done anything worthy of thanks, and he couldn't understand why she would have chosen that moment to begin crying. So he simply stood there, confused.
Thank you so much, Junpei.
She thanked him again, and then something even stranger happened. Oh, God. Clover threw herself into Junpei's surprised arms.
Hey, what's going on with you?
I'm sorry, it's just... I'm so happy!
Why?
The body in the shower room, it isn't his! It isn't my brother!
Huh?
It's not Snake!
Why on earth would you think that?
Because his left arm is...
She stopped herself.
I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be talking about this.
Junpei decided it would be prudent not to press her for any more information. If she did not wish to tell him, she certainly had a reason for doing so. Perhaps more importantly, however, if Clover was so certain, then she was likely right. That meant that the body in the shower room wasn't Snake. It wasn't much, but that knowledge lifted some of the weight from Junpei's heart.
But he's still alive. I'm so happy.
Tears shone in her eyes. Those tears melted Junpei's heart. As she cried, she had pushed herself up against his chest like a child. Junpei put his arms around her and held her tight.
I'm so glad. Junpei, you were right.
Huh?
No matter what happens, you can never lose hope.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
You have to remember what's most important, and that's to have faith and to have love.
And with that combination, good luck will come.
If you can remember all of those, that'll bring you good luck.
Clover reached into her pocket and pulled something out.
That's...
It was a laminated bookmark with a 4-leaf clover.
I only made it here because you gave me this. I was suspicious of everybody, and I was angry and miserable. But because I had this 4-leaf clover, because of what you said to me,
Yeah.
Junpei hadn't thought his words would have had such an effect on her. Her words were making him feel a little awkward.
Thank you so much, Junpei.
She looked up at him. He scratched his nose and pretended to notice something interesting somewhere else in the room.
Oh, if you really want to thank somebody, you should be thanking Santa.
Santa? Why?
Well, he was the one who gave me that thing. And the words for each leaf, I got that from him too.
Oh God, I feel like this is going to be important.
Oh.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Then suddenly, Clover broke away from Junpei.
Huh?
Oh, I knew it. God, what does that mean? He looked confused. He hadn't thought she'd react that poorly. Clover began to pace across the room. Six steps to the left, 6 steps to the right, another 6 to the left, And then she stopped.
Did Santa really tell you those things?
Yes, what's it to you? Her eyes were serious, but not angry.
Yeah, he did. Did I say something wrong?
Oh no, not at all.
Did I say something right?
In fact, this could be really good news, I think.
Elaborate, please.
You think?
Santa knew about the words and the clover. The only people who should know about that are the other subjects.
The other subjects?
Subjects.
The other people who were in the experiment 9 years ago, with my brother and me.
Y'all were both there too? Okay, let's take stock. Now, I keep going in order because that's the best way I can remember this. We have Snake, who was there, Santa's little sister, who was there, Clover, who was there, and Lotus's twins. We have 5 out of 9 people, you guys. What the hell?
But he's blind, and I was part of the Nevada test group.
What?
So neither of us would be able to recognize the faces of the people who were on this boat.
Okay, so y'all were part of the experiment 9 years ago, but we're not together? I just assumed that 9 people were participating 9 years ago as well.
Whoa. Okay, time out.
Junpei held up his hands. He took a deep breath and let it out.
Let's just calm down for a second, okay? Start from the top. Don't start with the end and then jump to the middle. You gotta start with 1 and then move to 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. If you don't tell me stuff in the right order, I'm never gonna be able to figure it out.
Okay.
Clover nodded.
All right, let's start with this experiment. What happened on this boat 9 years ago?
Do you know about morphogenetic fields?
No.
Morphogenetic fields.
He did, and the realization sent chills down Junpei's spine.
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
I think Lotus mentioned something like that.
Junpei recounted what Lotus had told him earlier. Clover nodded.
Telepathy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not really it, but I suppose it's similar.
So they were testing telepathy on this ship?
Yeah, I guess so.
So, what exactly did they have you guys do?
The same thing that we're doing now. Exactly the same thing.
How is this a test of telepathy, though? I don't think there has been anything telepathic about what we've been doing. It's required a lot of direct communication with one another. Pretty much at all stages. I don't think there's been any telepathy.
What?
The Nonary Game. 9 people were put on this boat, and 9 others were put in the building in Nevada, and the game started.
Okay. Gotcha. Junpei grabbed the sides of his head.
Look, I'm sorry, but I don't get it. What do the Nonary Game and some telepathy experiment have to do with each other? Am I missing something here?
Clover bit her lip. She blinked back sudden tears. What had happened to her in Nevada?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. You know how sometimes when you're up against a really tough problem, and then the answer just kind of pops in your head? That's an epiphany. And what you learn from the epiphany can be transmitted with telepathy.
Okay.
When you add danger to that equation, then it gets easier to transmit that information over telepathy.
With adrenaline.
So you're saying the Nonary Game was supposed to introduce that element of danger?
Yeah, but it couldn't be just any old danger.
So you're saying that information...
It had to be life and death.
Not just continuing. What is going on today? So I'm guessing what she's getting at, and what the culmination of all of these stories is information that the group of 9 in the Nevada building obtained was then transmitted telepathically to the group of 9 on the boat, and or vice versa. I think that's where we're landing.
It had to be life and death. And someone did actually die. A girl.
Huh.
Junpei felt the sudden grip of despair on his heart. Something deep and distant and powerful squeezed, and for a moment, He felt very, very empty and alone.
She was on the boat with my brother. I was in Nevada. I never met her, but I did hear her name. Her name was...
You're joking. You're joking. You're joking. The sound of the door opening was like a gunshot. Junpei spun around. Forking
My
hell!
apologies, I seem to have disturbed you.
Okay, because we're doing this all in one video back to back to back, it is so insanely apparent that Ace is trying to control everything that's happening right now and trying to stay clued as to what's going on. Every single time we start figuring things out without him, in he pops. In he comes. And for what? The timing is always perfect, and I don't like that. Ace, what do you need?
Ace.
You two must have strong stomachs. I can't imagine how you could stay in this room for so long.
Ace glanced down at the floor. At the corpse, covered in blood.
At any rate, Junpei, would you be so kind as to come and help me with something?
What?
I'm having a little trouble, and I could really use your assistance.
Are you going to batter me again?
Come on. It'll only take a moment.
This man, bro. With that, he turned and walked back toward the communications office. Clover waited until he was out of sight, then spoke in a small, quiet voice.
I don't want Ace to hear us. We can talk about this later.
Huh? Hey, wait!
Clover ignored him. From outside, Junpei could hear Ace calling.
Junpei, what are you doing in there? Hurry up.
Like, I'm sorry, I know this is not even a little bit close to what I'm about to say, but the energy that this is giving is like this. Okay, you know what the energy is? It's that Ace has a crush on Clover, and Junpei and Clover are getting closer, and he doesn't want them to get closer because Ace likes Clover, and he doesn't want Clover to like Junpei, so he keeps accidentally interrupting their time together and pulling Junpei away. It's the same energy, you guys. It's giving middle school. I don't like it. It's very, very annoying. Oh my god. Oh my god. Grumbling to himself, Junpei stomped off toward the communications office. Just gonna end there? The disrespect. Alright. Okay! Oh my god, we're doing it, we're doing it, we're doing it. Oh no, okay. They stepped out of the captain's quarters and into another hallway. The hallway stretched out in front of Junpei for a bit before turning left, like a great backward L.
Alright, let's go.
Junpei rounded the corner and took off down the straightaway. He ran, and ran, and ran. At the end of the hallway was a door.
That's the next door.
He made straight for it.
Wait, a piece of paper.
He was nearly halfway to it when he noticed a piece of paper in the middle of the floor. Junpei skidded to a halt.
This is...
He dropped down to his hands and knees and quickly tore the paper off from the floor.
Map of the ship's interior for ADEC.
What's wrong?
Ace, slightly slower by the virtue of his advanced age, had finally caught up to Junpei.
I found a map for this floor.
He showed Ace what he had snatched from the wall. He looked at it long enough to determine what it was and nodded.
I see.
With that, he began running again, past Junpei.
Well, that was anticlimactic. I should keep this, though.
Junpei shoved the map into his pocket and got up to follow Ace. But something stopped him.
Hey, where's Clover?
I was gonna say, I think this is the route where Clover went missing. God. Okay. He turned around. Clover was nowhere to be seen.
Damn it, what the hell is she up to?
Junpei muttered angrily under his breath and took off back the way he'd come. As he stomped around the corner, he saw her. She was standing in front of the door to the captain's quarters, her hand on the doorknob. So this is right after she had stolen the axe.
Clover!
Huh?
As Junpei watched, she closed it gently and quietly.
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
Clover had, unconsciously, put her hands over the pockets of her jacket, as if trying to hide something.
What the hell is that?
What?
You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
Oh, this? This is a note.
A note?
Yeah, I found it in the pocket of the guy with the captain's clothes. It said something about the darkness of the sinister hand or something.
What the hell? Let me see it.
No, not right.
But Junpei wasn't going to get to see it. From the other end of the hallway, he heard Ace's voice.
Hey, Junpei, Clover! What are you two doing? Hurry up!
He's getting mad.
Clover shrugged.
I'll show it to you later, all right?
Okay.
Come on, we gotta hurry.
Before Junpei could protest, she was gone. Around the corner and off down the long stem of the L. And I know I could be skipping some of this, but we're at the very end, so I would like to know what's going on. A note. A note. Junpei was curious. But there was something else that bothered him.
From the look of that pocket, it doesn't particularly look like just a note.
It's because it's not.
Jeez, what are you thinking? For crying out loud.
Junpei did his best to convince himself that it would make sense later, and ran off after Clover. Junpei pushed through the door and found himself in a large room with a large set of stairs.
The big stairs. So this is where it ends up. Just like it says on the map.
It was just what he'd expected to see after reading the map. His, I see, after reading the map meant that Ace had probably realized the same thing.
Ace, did he head down?
He put his hand on the handrail and leaned over to look down.
Oh, there he is.
Look, the 4 others are there too.
And not just Ace, Santa, June, Seven, and Lotus as well.
Really?
Let's join them.
Junpei and Clover glanced at each other and hurried down the stairs. At least in this version, Clover and I are besties at this point, right? Like, she would never kill me. She would never kill me. Right?
Junpei, Clover!
Hi, wife. I have not been cheating on you. June's face was excited. Something had happened. That much Junpei could tell by simply looking at her.
What's up?
Given their situation, he was not inclined to be excited about sudden developments. June, however, couldn't contain herself.
We found it!
Found what?
We found it!
What did you find?
The last door! We found door 9!
Just one?
What?
Just one?
Come on! Just follow us! We'll explain on the way!
Okay.
Seven turned and jogged off down the stairs.
Well, if that's the case...
Wait for me.
We should get going as well.
The rest followed.
Junpei! We finally made it!
Girl, let's not celebrate yet. The relief and excitement in her voice echoed what each one of them had felt.
Yeah, it's finally time.
Junpei wasn't quite ready to believe they'd done it. At least, not just yet. Still, if everyone said that it was door 9, then it probably was.
We've reached the end.
He could feel his heart racing. A mixture of anticipation and fear ran through his veins, and he could feel his legs shaking. He was doing his best to maintain a sense of healthy skepticism, but he couldn't deny that the prospect of escape was an exciting one.
Something's bothering me. Only 3 to 5 people can go through the numbered door.
Yeah.
7 of us are on our way to door 9.
Yeah.
That means that, best case scenario, there will be 2 of us who have to stay behind.
Yeah. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, though.
2 people? Is there a way?
Junpei looked over at the clock.
4:30. We've only got 90 minutes left. I've got no time to wonder about it now.
Correct.
Hey! Junpei! June! What the hell are you two doing? Hurry it up!
Nobody will let me have a moment alone with my girls. Santa's voice jolted Junpei out of his reverie.
Let's go, Junpei!
June took off down the stairs, jogging as quickly as she could.
Yeah.
Junpei followed. As the group, they piled onto the elevator and rode impatiently down to E deck. It looked familiar. There was a metal grate between two elevators. Seven grabbed hold of it and began to talk.
I know I told you I'd explain it earlier, but honestly, there ain't much to explain. After we split off from you guys, the four of us got into the elevator on the left, and that took us to the other side of the grate. After that, we headed down another hallway. It took us toward the bow, and eventually to the number 6 that you two found earlier. We opened it and kept going. There was another locked door behind it, like usual, but this time we had to complete 2 different areas before we could unlock it. Once we were through that door, there was another hallway that went the other direction, toward the stern.
So, on your way, you found the elevator.
That's right.
So, in other words, you kinda did a lap, huh? You came from that side to this side.
Yeah.
With that settled, Junpei looked around.
So, where's the number 9 door?
Over here.
Seven began walking down the hallway that led toward the stern. Junpei and the others broke into a jog to keep up with him.
By the way,
They had been walking for a while. June in silent step with Junpei when she spoke.
you know, it's because of Santa that we're all here right now.
Huh?
That all 7 of us are going to door 9.
What?
You don't get it? Santa, 7, and Lotus, what's their digital root?
9.
That's right. They could have just left me behind and kept going if they'd wanted to.
And we appreciate that they didn't.
But they didn't.
Yes, because Santa wouldn't let them. He said, we can't leave June and the others behind. That's why we went looking for you guys.
And then you got on the elevator and went back to the central staircase.
That's right.
Well, I wouldn't have called that one. That Santa would be the one to stick up for you. I mean,
Junpei felt his eyebrows knit as he considered that.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Perhaps June had sensed Junpei's concern.
I don't mean that 7 and Lotus said they wanted to leave me behind. We were just talking about it, and Santa objected to it first.
is that so?
Listen, there's always been something weird with Santa and June. Not necessarily from June's end, but more so from Santa's end, if you ask me. Junpei was about to respond when 7 suddenly stopped.
We're here.
That is not a 9 door. I see no 9s. I see no numbers at all, actually. In front of them stood a door. Just a door.
So, is this...
Yeah.
Junpei couldn't see 7's face, but he could see him nod.
There's no other place for us to go.
Nope. Just look around.
That's not why. Because this is the only place for us to go, we're assuming it's the 9 door? Do we have anything else to support this hypothesis?
There's a big old iron wall at the end of the hallway. The other hallways on the left and right are blocked by metal grates.
I see.
It looked as though 7 was right. The door in front of them was their only choice.
All right, let's get moving.
He pulled open the door and walked in. Junpei took a deep breath and followed. I thought so. Okay. So we're back here. With the 2 9 doors, though. That's the problem. Clearly, I'm assuming, they went into this door to see that the 9 door was behind it. So if that's the case, did they not turn around and see the second one on the other side? It appeared they'd been telling the truth.
No way.
The first thing Junpei saw as he entered the room was the number 9. Like all the others, it was a rough thing made of red paint. The door decorated sat on the back wall of a rectangular room. Junpei ran up to it.
The 9 door.
It was a large double door with powerful styling. Something about it was almost majestic, and it made the red paint look especially garnished.
We're finally here.
Junpei grabbed the handle and shook. It didn't budge, but then he hadn't really expected it to. The red was bolted to the wall next to the door. A display read vacant.
No doubt about it. This is door 9.
What about the other one?
Oh, finally! This is the last!
Junpei felt a flood of emotion wash over him. He felt a chill down his back and his chest tightened even as his blood began to boil. There was a moment of complete silence.
Junpei,
Look behind you.
He turned around. Behind. Thank you. Okay, good. So, is this not new now then? Oh. Let's see. Oh no, this is still new. Okay.
Why? A door and a 9. There's another one? Hey, what the hell? What the hell is going on here?
His words came slowly, and his brain struggled to understand what he'd seen. On shaky legs, he made his way to the second 9. It was a small door, set parallel to the door they'd come through, but in the other corner of the room. 9. There was no mistaking the number, and if any more proof was needed, a red was bolted to the wall near the door.
There's a red there too! And of course it won't open.
He grabbed the handle and shook the door. Not because he expected it to open, but because he had to make sure it was real.
But why? Why the hell are there 2 doors?
It was Ace who spoke first.
Do you think perhaps one is the right door and the other is the wrong one?
Lotus was skeptical.
I don't know about that. It seems unlikely.
What makes you say so?
Well, think about all the rooms we've been through so far. They're full of puzzles, but there are always hints about how to solve them. I'm pretty sure there aren't any rooms where we just had to go with our best guess and leave it to instinct to solve the puzzle. Do you really think that at the very end of the game, Zero's going to suddenly throw in something that depends entirely on luck?
One of the 4 leaves, if you will.
Then you're saying there's some sort of hint in this room?
No, I don't think there's a hint anywhere in here. I searched it very well when I was in here before. I didn't find anything that might have been a hint, though.
Well,
Yeah, both of these are the right door. I mean, if you think about it, Zero never actually said there was only one door with a 9 on it.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Junpei began to mutter to himself.
So if there are 2 number 9 doors, if we split it up right,
That's not gonna work.
Junpei blinked and looked up at Clover. She held out her hand.
You've got a notebook and a pen, right? Can I borrow them?
yeah, here.
Here you go with your notebooks and pens. Go ahead, girl. Slightly confused, he pulled them out and handed them to her. Thanks to Clover for doing my work
Look
for
at
me,
this.
though. Clover opened the notebook to a blank page and set it down on the desk. Everyone else gathered around her and watched as she wrote down a series of numbers. Lava! What a queen.
You get it?
Yeah?
The numbers on the top are all the combinations with digital roots of 9. The numbers on the bottom are the people who don't fit.
I just want to know how many of these options have me and June in them. And I see one right there. And guess what? It includes you too. Let's run.
There's only 8 possibilities if we split up into 2 groups of 3 or 4 people. So...
If 3 people go through the door, then 4 are left behind. If 4 go through, then 3 are left behind. Right?
yeah.
What about 5? Clover nodded, almost as if she were pleased with herself for solving a difficult math problem.
No way.
The room went very quiet. Silence lay across everyone like a thick, heavy blanket. No one spoke. Their faces were blank.
Come to think of it,
Desperate for something else to look at, Junpei turned his eyes to the room around him.
what is this room?
The walls were covered with candles. The wavering flame made the shadows of Junpei and his companions look as though they were dancing. 2 rows of wooden pews filled most of the room.
It looks like it's set up for some kind of ceremony. But what kind?
Between them was a strip of rich red carpet. The carpet ran straight through the room, ending at the door that pointed to the stern of the boat. The other end of the carpet
Is
was
that an
snake.
altar?
It was a recessed space set into the wall between the 2 doors. Sitting on a raised section of the altar was a coffin. A coffin. Coffin.
A coffin? No, it couldn't possibly be.
But if it wasn't, then whose body occupied it? That was as far as Junpei wanted to pursue that line of thought. He decided not to think about the coffin for the time being. At that moment, Seven spoke. There was an edge of humor to his voice, but it was forced.
Okay, I give up. I figured if we sat around here long enough, someone would volunteer. I guess nobody's got the guts to do it.
What are you talking about?
Junpei didn't understand, and he wasn't the only one.
What, you guys didn't figure it out yet? Fine, let me enlighten you. Clover was mostly right with her little explanation earlier, but she missed something. She wasn't really wrong, she just... screw it! Let me just write it out.
Seven snatched up the notebook and began to write in it. Everyone else clustered around him, desperate for a look.
If you're trying to leave with a group of 3 and a group of 4 and get everybody out, Clover's right. But there's another way. Only one combination, though.
Dang.
If you split us up into groups of 3, 3, and 1, you can make this combination.
Wait, this means...
Don't get me wrong here. I'm not trying to copy Ace or anything like that.
I hope not.
Even if he hadn't been the hero back in the big hospital room, I'd still be saying the same thing.
The same thing? Are you saying?
Yeah, I am. I'll stay behind.
You know, I did not see that coming.
Why are you acting so heroic all of a sudden? Are you some kind of idiot?
Lotus was the first to speak, as if she secretly cared about Seven. That in and of itself was a little strange. She'd reacted much differently when Ace had volunteered.
No, I'm completely against this. I'll be goddamned if I'm gonna have to owe you for getting out of here.
Yeah, that's why you're so upset. The rest of them began to speak, all at once.
I'm against it too. I didn't want to leave Ace behind, and I don't want to leave you either.
I don't like that idea. There's gotta be other options.
I disagree as well. I can't say I care much for you being the hero.
Right conclusion, wrong motivations, people. Finally, they quieted down. Junpei looked at Seven.
Well, there you go, Seven. Proposal denied. Clover's right. There's gotta be a better way than this.
Seven made some noise that was somewhere between a derisive snort and a cough.
Doesn't make any sense.
He was doing his best to pretend they were making a foolish decision, but Junpei could see the twinkling of water at the corners of Seven's eyes. That was when Santa spoke.
Whoa, hold on a minute. I haven't said anything yet.
Until then, Junpei hadn't realized that Santa had stayed quiet for the whole discussion of Seven's fate. Something in his voice made Junpei uncomfortable.
Are you agreeing? You want to leave him here?
That's Santa for you. Santa shook his head.
Nah, I'm against it.
Oh.
I don't want to leave Seven here alone.
Oh.
Then I don't see how it matters.
I said alone.
Alone. So if he and Seven stay behind...
Huh?
I said I don't want to leave Seven alone.
There was a dull shine in Santa's eyes. They were cold and hard. Junpei felt himself shiver.
What the hell are you?
What? You don't get it? I can't leave just one person. I need 2 more. 3 people, including Seven. I'll be leaving behind 3 people.
Wait, what? Santa! And here I thought you were gonna stay back!
That's my proposal. No. Those are my orders.
I'm so sorry. Who the fork are you?
What do you mean, orders? What the hell makes you think you can order us around? Who the hell's gonna listen to you? You all will. In 3 seconds, you won't have a choice.
Hey, I don't like how that sounds, actually. So.
What? 3, 2, 1.
Santa was so fast, Junpei could barely see him. When he moved, it was almost like watching a dance. His feet moving like lightning. He spun and... Are you kidding me? Santa, I liked you. I was gonna say so much. A decent amount. But I can't get behind this. Why do you now have the gun? And why do you have June? Like, I obviously have to go with them now. He has my wife. This is so freaking messed up. So in one scenario, it's Ace that loses his absolute mind and takes Lotus as hostage. And in the opposing scenario, it's Santa that takes June. Great.
See? I told you.
His lips curled into a cruel, mocking smile.
Huh? What?
A shudder traveled the length of Junpei's spine. His chest froze and he could feel his breath go stale in his lungs. Nothing made sense. Junpei felt as though his head were about to explode. Santa's sudden change in attitude, saying that he needed 2 more, the gun in his right hand, a revolver. Santa had grabbed June from behind and pressed what Junpei's shaken brain identified as a revolver roughly against her temple.
Why? What the hell is that?
Where on earth had Santa possibly found a gun? Junpei's questions roared in his mind, but his mouth refused to ask them. Seven spoke, almost as though he had sensed Junpei's confusion.
The gun's from the other room.
So in this route, we didn't go to the room with the gun.
What room? One of the rooms behind door 6. I should have known he was gonna do this.
Yeah, well.
I should have taken the gun.
Yeah, well.
Well, it's too late now, fat ass.
Okay, that was unnecessary.
Damn it.
A mixture of fury and frustration twisted Seven's face, and he glared at Santa. Santa, for his part, didn't so much as flinch. The corner of his lip twitched into a slightly wider smile. Then, the smile faded, and he began to move. He walked backward, dragging June with him. For long, his back was resting against the door. On the wall next to him was the red. He put his hand on the scanner panel quickly and then forced June to do the same.
Now, time for you to start following my orders. Ace, Lotus, congratulations! I've chosen you to come with me. Put your hands in the red.
3 + 6 + 1 + 8 = 18. That was what Santa had meant when he said he needed 2 more.
Hey, you deaf? I gave you an order.
Santa's eyes narrowed to slits. He glared at Ace and Lotus. They stayed, frozen, like deer caught in the headlights of an oncoming car.
Right, fine. I didn't want to waste any bullets, but you guys just don't get it.
No sooner were the words out of Santa's mouth than his hand twitched. Okay, what did we just shoot, Santa? And the gun roared. Okay, we just shot the floor. A section of the floor exploded, scattering wooden splinters across the floor. Okay, I mean, I think he just wasted a bullet. Honestly, I don't really think that did anything to anybody. I guess he was trying to prove that he was willing to shoot it, but if you just shot the floor, I don't really think that does what he thinks it did. A thin plume of smoke snaked out of the hole in the floor. There could be no doubt that the gun was real and it worked. Oh, y'all were questioning whether it was real and loaded? I could have told you that.
He really shot it?
Yeah.
Why? Santa, why are you...
Clover's voice spoke of betrayal and disbelief.
Santa, I thought
Okay,
you were one of us.
Hold on.
I thought we were friends.
If he takes Ace and Lotus, that would leave me, June, and Clover behind, right? 6. I'm sorry, not me, June, and Clover. Me, Okay, hold on. There's Ace, which would go. There's Santa. Clover would be with me. Then there's me. He has June. He would take Lotus. Oh, and 7. Okay, so it would be me, Clover, and 7 behind. So me, 5, plus Clover 4 is 9, plus 7 is 16, plus Snake! Plus Snake! Okay, that is exactly what's going to happen. Okay, T. Okay. Got it. So Ace and Lotus are gonna go, and then it's gonna be me, Clover, and 7 left behind, and then I'm gonna open the safe, or the coffin.
What?
You knew about the leaf words and the 4-leaf clover.
Santa's cheek twitched, almost imperceptibly.
What the hell is that shit? I got no idea.
You're lying.
Shut up! Just shut up! You stupid bitch! You want me to put a bullet in your fucking head?
Wow. I don't like Santa anymore. Flecks of spit flew from Santa's mouth. His face twisted with rage. So now June has to have a gun to her head and she has to be spit on? Clover recoiled, her eyes wide. When she spoke, her voice was very small.
Santa.
He snorted, then shook his head vigorously and turned to face Ace and Lotus.
Alright, assholes! What are you still standing there for? Get over here and scan those bracelets! I don't have all day. Oh, what's the matter? Your hearing's starting to go? Going senile, maybe?
Ace and Lotus still didn't move. It almost seems as if they couldn't move. June's face was pale behind Santa's arm. Her eyes were wild and her chest heaved with every quick breath, like an animal cornered by a predator. Junpei's mind worked furiously. What were they going to do? Then, he realized something. There was nothing they needed to do. There was nothing to debate.
That's it.
June's safety was the first priority. That much was obvious. Doing as Santa had commanded meant that she would be safe from at least 2 threats. She wouldn't be shot, she wouldn't leave the ship, and she would leave the ship alive, along with Santa, Ace, and Lotus. There was only one thing for Junpei to do.
It's the only way.
He turned to Ace and Lotus.
Please, go.
Huh?
No way.
Jumpy, what are you
Wait,
saying?
also in this hypothetical, if I end up being right, we get to see Clover and Snake reconnect. That would be awesome.
If you stay here, you're going to be stuck, Jumpy. And so will Clover and Seven.
I know, but you don't need to worry about us. We'll figure something out.
Babe, I fear you have a gun to your head. Like, we have limited options here.
Right, Seven?
Right. You just leave it to us. It's gonna piss me off to do what Santa says, but...
Don't worry about me either. There's still something I have to take care of.
Sure is.
No, you can't!
June, for the love of God, please.
Ace, Lotus, don't come over! Don't worry about me, please!
June was almost crying. Junpei walked around, behind Ace and Lotus. He gently placed a hand on each of their shoulders
Please.
and pushed them toward the door. They almost stumbled, then righted themselves and took another step. And another. They turned around and Junpei nodded.
Go.
all right.
Fine.
Ace and Lotus turned around again and walked slowly toward the door where Santa was waiting for them. After what seemed like an eternity, they stopped in front of the door marked 9. Santa smiled.
Alright, now let's get those hands on the scanner panel. What's the holdup? What? You think I'm fucking around here? I don't give a shit about this girl.
How dare you?
The rag doesn't need a person, you know? All I need is the bracelet. You get it? Good. Now put your fucking hands on the scanner. I'm not gonna say it again.
He shoved the revolver harder against June's head, and she winced.
Fine.
Ace sighed, defeated, and placed his hand on the scanner panel. Lotus went next. Lotus glared at Santa and slammed her hand onto the scanner panel. The 4th asterisk blinked on.
Good job. Now, Lotus, pull that lever. Soon as the door opens, you get your ass in there. Try anything stupid, and you know what happens, right? Damn it.
Junpei could almost hear Lotus's teeth grind. The door slid open. Door number 9 opened at last. It opened with a low, powerful rumble, a drum roll to welcome the chosen few.
Good. Go.
Lotus and Ace walked through the door, their eyes furious but defeated. Santa waited until they were all the way inside, then hauled himself and June across the threshold as well.
Later.
Okay, at least we can all breathe again for a second. After exactly 9 seconds, the door swung shut. The gust of air it created caused the candles on the altar to flicker and die. The room fell silent. Junpei, Clover, and Seven had been left behind. Clover looked down at her hand and traced with her finger the faint blue veins that crisscrossed them. Seven shoved his arms into the front of his overalls and scratched his stomach. No one spoke. Silence made the air feel thick and oppressive. Desperate for something, anything to occupy his mind, Junpei walked to the larger of the 2 9 doors. He stood in front of it and looked at the red. It read engaged. He moved to the smaller door. The red read vacant. The digital root of the remaining people was 7. 5 plus 4 plus 7 equals 16. 1 plus 6 equals 7. There was no possible way for them to open a door with 9 on it. Junpei touched the surface of the door.
June.
He thought about June, about Akane Kirushiki. Was she safe? That was all that mattered to him. If she was alive, if she had escaped this horrible boat, that was what Junpei prayed for. 7 came up next to him. He pulled off his hat, scratched his head, and sighed.
So, what do you want to do, Junpei?
What do you mean, what do I want to do? What can we do?
7 opened his mouth to respond when... This time, I'm okay with the knocking, because now I know what it is. A noise echoed through the room. Someone was pounding on something vigorously. It wasn't mechanical. It was certainly human. Junpei and 7 looked at one another.
What the hell is that?
Do I know the code, though? Oh, God.
Shh, quiet!
Clover motioned to 7 to be quiet. She put one finger to her lips and closed her eyes in concentration. The 3 of them listened, trying to determine where the sound was coming from.
Where is it coming from? Could it be?
Hey, I think it's coming from this coffin.
You're right!
Let's open it.
But how?
What are those muscles for? For show?
You're telling me to force it open?
Just shut up and try!
Junpei and 7 grabbed hold of the coffin. They tried to get a good grip with what little purchase they could find and pulled with all their strength.
Damn it!
It won't even budge.
There was some sort of keypad attached to the coffin. Its purpose would not have been difficult to determine. Their eyes were almost immediately drawn to it.
Another one?
Yeah, looks like it.
Do you think we have to put in the right password or it won't open?
I think so.
The noise wasn't stopping. In fact, it was getting louder.
Whoever or whatever's inside this thing wants out. And now.
I know that. But how?
Without a passcode, I don't think there's much we can do.
They couldn't even tell how many numbers the passcode needed to be.
Isn't there a hint somewhere?
Well, let's look for one.
Unfortunately, there didn't seem to be anything near the coffin. Clover ran to examine the pews, and 7 investigated the desk, but they turned up nothing.
Ugh, there's nothing here.
Not making this easy, are they?
The sound still wouldn't stop. It wasn't a noise that belonged in that room. If it were me, how I would be interpreting this
Passcode.
is to put in 9 6 times. Because every single time there's been a bang or a knock, whatever we're calling it, it's been 6 knocks. And we're in a room full of 9s playing the Nonary game. I would put in 9999999. But that's just me.
What am I supposed to do? How can we figure it out? I need something.
The world blinked. Suddenly, there was a voice inside of Junpei's head. Truth had gone, truth had gone, and truth had gone. Ah, now truth is asleep in the darkness of the sinister hand.
Wait, what the hell is that? That voice?
Junpei was utterly and completely baffled.
Huh?
Was that the
What?
telepathy happening?
What's up?
Seven and Clover ran over to him, but Junpei didn't know what to tell them.
Huh?
If he told them he'd heard a voice, they'd laugh, or worse, think he was going insane. So all he said was...
Oh, nothing.
He cleared his throat a little too loud and looked pointedly down at his bracelet. There were a pair of small buttons protruding from either side of it. Junpei. He pressed the buttons. Oh God. Truth, something, truth, something, truth, something. I don't even remember. I think it was right, left, right, left, right, left, right? That was it. That's one way to get it. 8 numbers blinked on and then off on the bracelet display. Junpei checked one last time. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2,
1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, what the hell are those numbers?
Oh my gosh, are those?
Junpei didn't answer. He simply walked straight to the coffin. He knelt down in front of the keypad, running over the numbers in his head so that he wouldn't forget.
1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
With trembling fingers, he punched them in. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. That was all of them. He punched the E button. There was a moment of complete silence. Then, there was the sound of the coffin lid unlatching. Someone sat up out of it. Okay, this is about to be insane.
No way!
This is about to be insane.
What? Why are you...
Oh my god.
Is that you, Clover? I apologize for worrying you.
Oh my god.
Snake! You?
And
Why?
Ace can't murder him this time.
Junpei? And 7? Is that you? Is everyone else there as well?
Yeah, not exactly. You missed a lot. Again. Just like Rip Van Winkle. Still, it was very much like Snake to simply cut to the heart of the matter and ask.
Oh. Jeez.
Junpei and Seven shared a wry smile. Clover's eyes were filled with tears.
You're back!
With a cry of joy, she leapt into Snake's arms. Cute!
Gently now. My body's still a little weak.
Oh, you're back!
Clover looked like nothing so much as a lost child who had finally found her home. She cried and cried and cried. Her eyes were red and her nose was running. She hiccuped and gasped as if she were about to begin hyperventilating.
You're back! You're really here!
Her voice was happy, but almost desperate, as if she feared he would disappear again if she stopped talking to him. Tear after tremendous tear rolled its way down her face. Her small arms strained as she clutched Snake's body as tightly as she could. Perhaps she had to convince herself he was real. Perhaps she was worried he would be gone the moment she let go. Perhaps she simply didn't know what else to do.
Oh, you're back!
Come now, what's gotten into you? You're acting as though I've returned from the grave.
Not as though! You did! I really thought you were dead!
Huh?
You jerk! Idiot! Idiot! Idiot!
Clover broke into sobs so great she could no longer talk. It was a touching reunion between brother and sister. Even though Junpei knew they had little time and every minute they waited was a minute they wasted, it felt cruel to pull them apart. Junpei and Seven sat down on one of the pews, waiting for Clover to calm down before explaining to Snake what had transpired.
I see. I believe I understand things rather well now, thank you. In the shower room, there is a dead body wearing my clothes.
Yeah.
Because of that, you thought that I was dead, correct?
Yeah. He had quickly and neatly summarized the events of several hours.
Yeah.
Junpei nodded.
You also discovered a corpse in the captain's quarters, and Santa turned on you here, in this room.
Correct.
Do I have it straight?
You do.
Well, the dead body in the captain's quarters is a surprise.
Sorry.
Oh,
There wasn't a good time to tell you.
my bad.
Don't worry about it.
Well then. I've got a pretty decent idea of what happened while I was indisposed, but it's still something of a mystery who did all this,
Right.
and why. The corpse in the shower room that looked like me, and the corpse in the captain's quarters. Why were they killed in the way they were?
You don't know?
No. Why would I?
The guy in the shower room. We don't know who he is, so let's just call him Mr. X. Anyway, this Mr. X is wearing Snake's clothes. But you're wearing some kind of weird robes. That means someone took your clothes and put them on Mr. X. We need to figure out who that was.
I apologize, but I have no idea who might have done this to me. I only just now woke up. I was unconscious during all the events you just described to me.
What do you last remember, Snake? Because you literally just disappeared.
They must have undressed me and changed my clothes during that time.
When were you knocked out?
Thank you.
When we split up to look for the red.
Where did they get you? Do you remember?
It was a small room in one of the hallways on C deck.
Okay.
What happened?
The same thing that happened to every one of us when we were abducted. A canister releasing some sort of gas was thrown into the room.
Okay. Interesting.
I believe the gas is some sort of incapacitating agent.
Then that means it was...
Zero.
Looks that way, huh?
There's nothing else I have to tell you. When I woke up, I was in this coffin.
Junpei crossed his arms in thought.
Why? Why did Zero make Mr. X wear Snake's clothes? How would that benefit Zero? I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean? And I have no idea how I got the passcode for the coffin either. Truth had gone, and truth had gone.
So again, I'm assuming in this route, he had never come across that note, and that phrase had just popped in his head, which again, I think is illustrative of the telepathy examples everybody's been giving thus far.
Where did those words come from? Why did I feel compelled to push the buttons on the bracelet after hearing them?
Seven had asked him about it while they waited for Clover to finish crying. He had no answer for him then, and he still didn't.
All I know is my fingers moved on their own. It was like I did it subconsciously. I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean?
His mind was a maelstrom of mysteries, clues, theories, and more mysteries. He could barely think.
Also, Snake and Clover have been subjects in a similar experiment 9 years
Yeah,
ago.
we're just glossing over that.
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. And someone did actually die. A girl. Her name was...
There had been another experiment conducted on this same ship 9 years ago, and a girl had died during it. Morphogenetic field theory. The two murders. Switching clothes. The Nonary Game.
And whatever strange thing was happening to Junpei himself. The maelstrom in his head spat out words and ideas that disappeared back into it, almost as soon as he grasped them. But as he struggled through them, Junpei began to realize something. There was something that tied all of them together. And the point connecting the dots...
Zero. He's the ringleader.
the person who trapped 9 of us on this sinking ship. Zero should know everything. If we can uncover Zero's identity, all of our questions will be answered.
If we could do that, don't you think we would have done that by now? Also, if y'all wouldn't mind taking a second to calculate the digital root of all of y'all's numbers, we could be moving right now. Because last we checked, it was 4:30, and that was some time ago. Who was Zero? Junpei had the beginnings of a new theory. Where are we in this flowchart? Wait, why don't I have a flowchart? Oh. What the? New boxes just dropped? Like a ton of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? What is going on? No. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? If he could only test it. Or perhaps...
At any rate, we'll have plenty of time to decipher the details later. For now, it is of utmost importance that we escape.
What is going on?
Junpei, it was 4:30 the last time you checked the clock, yes? That means we have less than an hour. We must hurry.
Hey, how are we gonna get out of here?
Isn't that obvious? Through the other number 9 door.
5 plus 4 plus 7 plus 2 equals 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9.
Oh yeah, you're right. With Snake, we can open the door.
Don't tell me you hadn't figured that out.
As they snipe back and forth, Junpei glanced at Snake's left hand. He was wearing a bracelet with the 2 on it.
Come on, you gotta tell me these things.
I, assumed you'd figured it out.
Forget it, let's just get going.
7 stomped off toward the smaller number 9 door. Clover, Snake, and Junpei followed. 7 quickly laid his hand on the red. An asterisk appeared on the screen. Junpei and the others followed suit and laid their hands on the scanner panel. Soon, there were 4 asterisks on the screen. 7 glanced at them, then laid his hand on the lever of the red.
All right, you guys ready to go?
Yes.
Yep.
Junpei paused for a moment.
Not yet.
Why?
Huh?
Before we go in, I'd like to check something.
You want to check something?
Yeah, but before I do, 7, could you pull the lever? I want to make sure we can verify with just the 4 of us.
What?
What do you mean? We don't need...
Just do it, alright? But if the door opens, don't go in yet, okay? Please, this is really important. I really need to check this, okay? Work with me here.
Junpei looked directly into 7's eyes. The older man looked back for a moment, then nodded.
Fine.
Seven pulled down on the lever and door 9 creaked open. Then they waited. 6, 7, 8. After 9 seconds, the door closed.
Alright, that means the 4 of us can go into door 9.
Yes.
So, we knew that already.
Correct.
Obvious. Yeah, you're right. It is.
Junpei, what's happening?
Now, what happens if we add Zero's bracelet?
Okay.
What?
Zero's
Nothing.
bracelet? Why don't you take it out, Clover?
For a moment, Clover looked surprised, but she recovered quickly and stuck her tongue out at Junpei.
So you did know I had it.
In this route, she did not take the axe, I think.
I picked it up because I thought it might be useful sometime.
Yeah, for sure. She reached into one of the pockets of her voluminous jacket and produced a bracelet. Junpei took it from her and turned to 7.
This was on the left hand of the corpse in the captain's quarters.
So technically, with this bracelet, 7 and Snake could go in alone.
If you look at it, you can see it's got a 0 on the face. Just to make this a little easier to talk about, I'm gonna call the guy we found dead in the captain's quarters, Cap. Then I should be able to open door 9 with just me, Clover, and his bracelet.
Or that. Or that.
Though the big question is, if Cap is the mastermind of this game, Would he really put one of these bracelets on? Anyway, let's just give it a shot. Clover, give me your hand.
Okay.
Now the captain's bracelet. And pull the lever.
However, interesting. The door didn't open. The reds display red
I
error.
knew it. Now, what does this tell us?
Maybe the bracelet has to be on your wrist in order for it to work?
Or it's fake.
No, that's impossible. Did you see how the panel showed a third asterisk when I scanned Cap's bracelet? Whether or not it's on your wrist doesn't matter. All you have to do is put the bracelet near the panel for it to register.
7 waved his bracelet in front of the scanner panel. Sure enough, a single asterisk appeared on the red.
Huh. Looks like you're right.
See? So what does that mean?
I mean, it can't be fake, right? If the panel's registering it as a legitimate number.
There's only one possibility.
That bracelet isn't the number 0.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
Is it also 6 in this route?
That's right.
Then what number is it?
Let's find out.
Junpei. Scan the bracelets with this combination. Okay. Assuming it is 6, and we need to get to 9, 6 plus 2 plus 5. 6 plus 2 plus 4. It's gonna have to be 4 people, I think. 2 plus 6 is 8, plus 7 is 15. 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 7 is 13, plus 6 is 19. No. 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 6 is 18. Here we go. Because this would be 7 plus 4 is 11, plus 6 is 17.
Let's try 7, me, and Cap.
7 plus Junpei equals 7 plus 5 equals 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3.
If this combination opens the door, then Cap's bracelet is number 6.
Again, it might be different this route. Okay, still 6. That
Hey, it
makes
opened.
sense.
The door opened.
What? Why? What does that mean?
Both 7 and Clover seemed rather shaken as they turned to look at Junpei for answers. The door slid heavily shut. Junpei raised an eyebrow.
Isn't it obvious? Cap's bracelet is number 6.
But doesn't it say 0?
This isn't a 0. The symbol on here isn't a number 0. It's a letter O.
Oh.
Whoa, wait a minute. I don't get it. I mean, we figured out that Cap's bracelet is 6, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean there are 2 people with 6s?
Before Junpei could answer, Snake spoke up.
There is most likely only one person with a 6.
But I don't get it. What about June?
Well, this is only an educated guess, but I think June's number was never 6 to begin with.
Which
Her
makes no
bracelet.
sense. Starting to get stressed because I don't know. Because first of all, that doesn't make sense because her bracelet has needed to be 6 this entire time for everybody to go through all the doors we went through. Yeah, no, that
Was flipped.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Because if her bracelet was 9, then obviously adding 9 to anything doesn't change the root number, as we know. But that also doesn't make sense. We've needed to add 6 to things.
In other words, June's real number is
9.
And what would that mean for man number 9?
That seems the most likely.
Then
And
all
then-
this number door stuff was just a load of crap?
Who was Cap?
Why would you say that?
Because if June is 9, then the numbers wouldn't match up.
Exactly. Clover grabbed Junpei's notebook and began to write furiously in it.
Here, look.
Junpei leaned over to look at it.
List of all the numbered doors June's gone through.
I'll let you know what I'm writing, okay, Snake? And that's everything. I wrote down which door she went into and with whom.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote what all the numbers were. So if you switch 9 and wherever there's a 6, the numbers don't work.
Exactly.
If the digital root is 7, then you can't open door 4. If the digital root is 2, then you can't open door 8.
Clover, do you notice anything interesting on that list?
What do you mean?
It's a little blocked right now, but assuming there's a 3 at the top one as well, Snake is with her in every single option.
You're talking about 3, right?
I mean, by Snake, I meant Santa.
3?
Santa's always in the room with her. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
What does that mean?
Yes, that's right.
What does that mean?
What about it?
What about it?
That's quite simple, really.
No, it's not.
You told me that the first time you came to this room, Santa was the first to refuse to leave June behind.
Mm-hmm.
Now, doesn't that beg the question why? Why would Santa do such a thing?
Yes, but Santa's been being a sketchball this entire time.
The answer is easy. Because Santa can't open door 9 with only 7 in Lotus. Of course, there's only one reason for that. His number isn't actually 3.
Brother, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Santa's real number, 7? Would you be so kind as to modify my sister's equations?
Yeah, sure.
7 took the pen from a confused Clover and began to adjust her calculations.
This is what you were getting at, right, Snake?
Trying to see if I can just figure this out without them. But no, it wouldn't be the same every time. That still doesn't add up, though. That still doesn't add up. That still doesn't work. That still doesn't work. He read out the changes he'd made. When he finished, he looked at Snake. Snake smiled.
Thank you. That is exactly right, 7. Santa's true number wasn't 3. It was 0.
No way. Santa is 0?
Wait, before we get to that, explain that to me. That doesn't math. That still doesn't work. Looking at the very bottom one, if June was 9 and Santa was 0 and they went with Ace and Lotus. Wait, why is it door? Maybe the bottom is supposed to say 9. Oh, that's a typo. Is that a typo in the game, guys? Because the top one says 4. I think Clover's covering the second one. I think the third one does say 6, but the bottom one says 4. I think that was supposed to say door 9. Oh my god. Okay, but if Santa is 0, then what? Was the story about his sister Bull? Did he just make that up? Why?
And June was 9, not 6.
Yeah, I think that's a typo at the very bottom. That's so T.
Conversely, Santa was 0, not 3. Plus 3 and minus 3, they cancel one another out. Nothing appears out of order.
God.
Santa was still playing by the rules of the Nonary Game this whole time.
Precisely.
So you're saying Santa planned this whole thing?
I'm not sure if he acted alone or not, but I think it is safe to conclude that he is 0.
I mean, it explains the sketchiness with his obsession with June. What is the point of that, though? If he is 0 and he planned all of this, what is the benefit of switching the numbers around? I guess so he could still be 0. I don't know. This is weird.
My hypothesis is correct.
Clover bit her lip. She seemed to be having some difficulty believing her brother's explanation. Junpei. Junpei remained silent in thought.
Snake's hypothesis. Something doesn't seem right. June's bracelet being flipped. Even if that were possible, that would mean there are 2 number 9 bracelets.
So that means the number 9 man would have had bracelet number 3?
And if that's the case?
All right, that's enough talking. Let's go. It's high time we went through that door.
Okay, let me see where I am right now. We're still here. Door 9 opened. They leapt through.
Oh, it's right there.
The dead was directly in front of them as they came through the door. Quickly, they scanned their bracelets. And the detonator stopped.
Oh,
After pausing for a moment to catch their collective breath, Junpei and his companions headed down the long hallway in front of them.
all right. Let's keep going.
At the end was a set of stairs leading down into the ship.
I think these stairs go to the bottom deck.
They leaned out and looked over the side.
Looks dry.
Let's head down.
After deciding it was safe, they headed down the stairs. Before long, Junpei and his companions found themselves on the bottom deck. They turned left into another hallway, at the end of which they found another door.
Hey, it's a...
And of course, there was a symbol engraved over the keyhole. It looked like the sort of harpoon one would use to hunt fish, the kind with 3 prongs. Snake traced the shape of it with his fingers.
This is the Neptune symbol. There must be a key around here somewhere.
Neptune key. I only have the Uranus key card.
Clearly, it wasn't going to open this door.
It's a different planet. Plus, it's the wrong kind of key.
Let's turn around and go back for now.
Yeah.
After examining the door for a few more minutes, they gave up and headed back the way they'd come.
Hey, another door.
With a little more searching, they found a metal door.
And a card reader this time.
The symbol was engraved onto the card reader.
It's the Uranus symbol.
This is the place.
He muttered to himself and slid the card through the reader. It beeped once, and the light on it turned green. With a heavy metal groan, the door creaked open. Junpei, Clover, Snake, and Seven looked at one another, nodded, and stepped through. The room they found themselves in was full of books. I'm waiting to see when we go to the next one. Ooh,
Wow!
the library.
It's totally full of books!
There's so many. I don't know where to look.
It looked remarkably like a library. Not the sort of library where large numbers of people came to read books, more the sort of library that was simply a place to store books. He felt a little overwhelmed by the sheer number of books, but Junpei did his best to speak with authority.
All right. If we want to get through that door out there, we need the Neptune key. I say we split up and look for it.
Okay.
Very well.
Sure thing.
Good. Let's get started then. We don't have a lot of time. Hurry.
Dang it, I want to do this, but we obviously need to end the video. Oh. Still here. Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge. As he began his search for reasons he didn't fully understand, Junpei felt those particular words float through his mind. Ugh, I love a library. Oh! I think that was new. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that was new. And we should probably be in a different slot now, right? Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Very strange, but for now, I do fear we're gonna have to save here. But trust me, we will be picking up here in the next video. I don't really know what to think. I am glad that we got to go get a lot of dialogue in this video that we hadn't gotten before. And then I feel like around the 2-hour mark is where things started to really kick off and get wild. We seem to have had a similar situation, but again, just with 2 different people. With Snake now taking June hostage. That was not nearly as jarring as it was the first time, thank goodness. I like that we were able to get Snake out of the coffin again and they were able to reconnect, him and Clover, and we can actually go through together. I really, really enjoyed that. I'm I'm not confused as to why the whole Santa being 0 and June having the number 9, that confused isn't the right word, but it just feels a little off. It feels a little odd. I think Junpei and I are kind of in the same boat with that. Like, he's not saying that Snake's wrong. He just also doesn't fully think that that's the whole story. And I think we're both going to be right on that. Either way, the most shocking, confusing, mind-boggling part of this entire video for me was the new set of long blocks to form a whole new route. So, okay. I'm going to talk to my mods in the meantime, but feel free to leave a spoiler-free comment on this if you guys would like as well. I think the next video is going to be the finale, I would think. However, we still have 2 endings to get now, because we didn't get one today. We now also have 9 new rooms to go through, and then we still have that yellow key that popped up in the middle of the flowchart, toward the bottom. So I don't really know what to think. But I am very excited to start with an escape room in the next video. Again, today's video was very dialogue heavy. It was just dialogue and we love, but I'm very excited to like get into more escaping in the next video and mix that with some more information so we can hopefully clarify what's going on. I think we're like there, but we got a full send, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do not forget to shopmissboss.com in the meantime, and I will see you guys in my next video where we will in fact full send. Will it be the finale? I don't know. Stay tuned. In the meantime, goodbye and go thrive.